All right, hello, good evening. Welcome to another live episode of the O&G StrikeZone. Bryan Fulford, Marcus Green, Kelvin Rozier, back in the hizzy, ready for another live show, gentlemen. What's good? Good to be back on with you guys. You guys did an outstanding job last week, and it's good to know that the train still rolls on, even when the captain is not on deck. So it's all good.
Who said you the captain?
You mixing up transportation.
Look,
but hey, but we're glad to have you back. Don't get me wrong. Now
That's
it's
right.
great to see you. It would be even better if you had an orange and green shirt on, but in the spirit of old Kofi Hemingway there. But everything is great, man.
I'm in my neutral gray. Hold on.
Hey, no. Hey, I'm not in my home studio today. I'm on the road, traveling, and so things look a little different. But I am excited, man. I think we have an awesome show for everybody, and I haven't looked at the results of the O&G Awards, so I'm gonna get them at the same time as the audience.
And you're not lying about that. You guys didn't even notice that my camera was mirrored. You're not lying about that part that you just said right there. Yeah. So, good stuff. Go ahead and tell everybody, where you're at, how things are going while I finish up a little kind of just making sure that the tweets are going out to let people know we're live. Marcus, give us a kind of update. What's the past week been like for you, brother?
Oh, it's been good. Weather's been nice. I wouldn't say chilling or relaxing, but, kind of excited. You see things turning, getting towards football season. Been a lot of activity on the FAMU side, just a lot of social media stuff going out. Some, I guess, not to the same volume as some would like, but we are having little updates here and there. In terms of rosters, looks like they're finalizing some things and maybe some things coming down the pike. And we know, it's just right around the corner. We got football, we got volleyball, and we have cross country coming up. So a lot of exciting things going on.
And also, let me add, Marcus, I wasn't selling wolf tickets when I told you that Coach Ward and his staff would be doing big things.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes. Mm-hmm. They swinging for the fences.
Oh, yeah, they are. They are. And I got to keep up on my Instagram game because I'm seeing, I just kind of figured out a little bit, how to search on Instagram. And it's like, dang, where all these people come from? A whole lot of basketball offers. And he's not playing around either.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So are you sharing any news later in the show, or how what are we doing with that?
Not from an offer standpoint, just because there's so many. Well, put it to you like this. The same way Coach Riz was pumping out offers, and we've continued. It actually has picked up since Coach Posey rounded out his staff earlier in the spring. But the same volume on the basketball side, I'm seeing offers out to 2029 and 2030 or 2029. Yeah, 2029. So these are like, I think there's at least one offer out to. I guess 2029 will make someone a ninth grader, either ninth grader or an eighth grader.
Yep.
So I've seen some early offers on the basketball side. So they are shooting their shots.
All right. Interesting to say the least. Kelvin, you want to let people know the latest on what's going on with you?
Hey man, I'm here. I'm in my skin. No, I'm on the road for work purposes. I'm in the old town with you, man. But
right. Somehow we didn't do an in-house a two camera shot, but it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. I figured you still getting settled into your new place, man. So I didn't want to inconvenience my brother.
Oh man, never an inconvenience for you, man. Never an inconvenience for you.
Oh, he's so sweet.
Yeah. I did enjoy you guys last week with Steve Weiss, and your reviews. It's so interesting kind of being in the mix with SWAC Football Media Day and then kind of decompressing. And when I say it was a grind, because not only did we have the travel to Birmingham, right? And so for me personally, I'm riding with Roy. And of course, we had a gig to do. We were broadcasting a college baseball game, the championship of the college league that is run by minority baseball prospects, right? In Montgomery. So we had to drive. Once we got to Birmingham and got pretty much everything set up, some of the pictures which you've seen, then we had to drive to Montgomery and be there. We got there probably about 30 minutes before first pitch. It was an easy setup, so it wasn't too difficult. And by the time we got set up, boom, we go live and we're broadcasting the game, college game. And then that ends, and then we got to turn around and head back to Birmingham. I didn't get a chance to parlay with some of the other fellas post game. As soon as I got to the hotel, man, it was like it's time to shut down, because I knew, we had to get up and do the thing the next morning. And so it kind of goes. And then when you leave there, then we had the mixer, which if you caught Sunday's show, we had the evening soiree, hosted the appreciation night, hosted by the MEAC SWAC Challenge. So that was Wednesday night. Literally, as we get off the road, we're going right to the spot. And then you got the press conference the next day. So, I mean, it was literally I would also say a 48 to 64 hours of just travel and moving. Yeah, man. So it was kind of interesting kind of hear you guys kind of analyze and break down things and so yeah, good stuff. Anything since that is sort of, I have, as I've been, and I don't know if you guys and for you, all of you watching, if you are following our JBN Jericho Broadcast Networks page, you've been seeing a lot of the video clip segments from our interviews with various athletic directors and coaches. And I'm hearing and I'm finding little tidbits, that things that maybe I heard but really haven't processed. And maybe if we get a chance, I'll kind of go through some things that I heard, but I'm curious if you guys heard anything in the past week from other people's interviews. Because I know, Marcus, you said there were some interviews you hadn't seen yet. Is there anything that you uncovered over the past week that kind of raised your antenna a little bit?
That's a good question. I did look back at some of the SWAC Media Day interviews. Well, I mainly focused on FAMU.
Okay.
So let me see. And I didn't write anything down, but Coach Colsey seems a lot more comfortable, a lot more, I won't say confident, that might be the wrong word, but there's a sense of, there's not the first year, I wouldn't say jitters is the wrong word, but like the first year trepidation, if you will.
Yeah, he was polished, and I did get a chance to watch all the interviews that you all did and some of the other ones. And Coach Colsey also, to me, had the best line of the night when he told Roy that's some South Georgia country stuff.
Oh.
Oh man, I felt like the chill watching that.
Yeah, I forgot exactly what line that was. I forgot what
something about a pig in a hole.
Oh yeah, pigs get yeah, man. I'm always cautious about throwing around those cute little catchphrases that you got to be sharp when you do that. And I'm not saying that Roy is not sharp, but let me just say, I don't know how many hours of sleep Roy has had, and he had been producing all day. So by the time we did that interview, I mean, I don't know, man. His mind was probably on like, hey, we're breaking down after this and hitting the road. So that's why I try to stay away from those cute little catchy things, like stuff like that, man. Because Jesus,
it was entertaining, man. I loved it.
I'm glad y'all enjoyed it, because I was cringing as I heard him started. I was like, oh God, where's he going? Because I know him, and I'm just like, oh boy, this isn't gonna go good. So Yeah. So, oh man, but yeah, we'll get into that a little later. But we got a loaded show, as the guys have said. Not only do we have the announcement of the third annual O&G Awards, we want to thank everybody who took some time to vote. I know there was a little bit of issue with the voting mechanism in the first couple of days, and shame on y'all for not telling me. It took like 2 days before, it took 2 days before I realized that there was an issue, but nobody ever tweeted or replied or said, hey, there's a problem with the voting mechanism or the platform we were using. Nobody said anything. So shame on you guys. But those are, we do appreciate those who did vote. Your vote and voice is heard. And so as we give out these awards for, the various administrators, assistant coaches, head coaches, athletes, teams, you guys are all part of making that possible. And so we thank everybody for being a part of the process. So we'll do that throughout the course of the show. Hopefully all the graphics work, as I tirelessly was working on that stuff. And then we've got our guest today, friend of the program who we haven't had on in a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
I want to say it's like 3 years ago at the
has it been that long?
SWAC Media Day?
No, I think it's been, we don't have it on since then once maybe, but I would tell you she's everywhere. I mean,
yeah,
with good reasons, of course, but yeah, she's all over the place.
And she who we are talking about is Ty Floyd. Ty Floyd, who FAMU alum, School of Broadcast, Journalism, Communications. I think 2019, was her year, or 2020, one of those two. So we'll find out specifically. But Ty is going to be, she took an opportunity to go up to Normal, Alabama, up there in where Alabama A&M is, and work with their athletic department. I think last year was the first year, the first year when she was up there. Well, this year, Ty has been doing primarily a lot of sideline reporting things for not only ESPN, but SWAC Digital. And then she's been doing a few play-by-play games. She dipped her toe into that water. I think CIAA is where I think she made her debut. And just recently, right before SWAC Media Day, it was announced by Alabama A&M that she is going to be the new voice of Alabama A&M Bulldog football. So, and that may expand into other sports. We'll find out in the interview, but we're really proud and happy. Got a chance to see and hug on Ty at Media Day. And yes, she was everywhere, working it on behalf of Alabama A&M. So we'll talk with her at the bottom of the hour 1. And then hour 2, we get a chance to talk to the freshman. Well, can't call him a freshman anymore, but for a while, he was the freshman phenom right out of Tallahassee, Florida, Jay Campbell, who Jay was not only was he the MVP of the HBCU Swingman Classic just a couple of weeks ago, also a first-team All-SWAC. So we'll get a chance, and he's a Tallahassee guy, and so we'll get a chance to talk to Jay for the first time on the O&G. And then, of course, we'll have our O&G Awards that we'll kind of sprinkle in between all these interviews and things like that. So we got a good show for you loaded up. Let me hit you guys up again. You can always make a donation to the show. Hit the Cash App button right there. My JBM, my BCSN on Cash App. You can also leave a super chat or a tip in the tip jar, so to speak, if you're watching us on YouTube, on my JBN Online. That's the Jericho Broadcast Network's YouTube page. You can also, well, I don't think there's any mechanisms like that on Facebook, but those who are watching on Facebook or watching on Instagram Live or on Twitter, come on over to YouTube and be a part of the conversation. So let's let's quickly go through a bit of the roll call because, I think we will get maybe a few minutes of roll call duty in and kind of shout out to folks who got in early. A lot of people will be joining in as the show goes on. You can always rewind the show and watch from the beginning any parts that you missed. First one up in the building, Jimmy Mack coming in. Good evening, Jimmy. Good to see you, man. Thank you for coming in and joining, being a subscriber as well. Ken Rozier coming in. Ken checking in. Good to see you, Ken.
Ken, boy, done took over the computer.
He
got his picture on. He got his picture and everything.
Oh, wait a minute. There was a picture in there. Look, Ken.
Yeah.
Look at that. Man, Ken taking it back. Mine. Give me back my identity. I love it, Ken. Way to go. Stand up for yourself, brother. No,
hey, Alice.
Yeah, hey, Alice. Hey. We miss you. And let Alice go ahead and get her own signature in there so she can get a shout out. Meredith, good to see you, Meredith. Thank you for being a JBN subscriber, Meredith.
What's up, Meredith?
Marcus, Middle Georgia in the house. Thank you for being a JBN subscriber.
Yes.
Ashton Harris. Ashton checking in.
What's up, Ash?
Good to see you, Ashton.
Nah.
Melissa Wilson checking in. Good to have you. Thank you for coming in.
Hey,
Mary
Melissa.
305.
Hey, Auntie.
Coming in from South Florida. Thank you for being a JBN subscriber. My guy, my partner,
What's up, Drew?
AD Drew, coming in.
We want to be in the box next time, Drew. That's all I'm saying.
Look, I don't know who had more fun, us outside of the box or Drew. Be honest. I think we had more fun outside of the box because we could walk around and we could see people.
Yeah, but we could have caught Roy and had him,
There wasn't any food. I heard there wasn't any good food in the press box, so we didn't miss out on
the food. Yeah, no.
Okay, no drinks. Just saying. What up, Liv? Hey. Good to see you,
Liv.
Always good to see you, Liv. Hope Liv is ready to skip over football season. Like Liv posted a tweet. She was like, "Can we fast forward to basketball season?" I'm like, "Damn, Liv, come on now, come on, slow down." That's all right. That's how you can tell. That's a true hoops fan right there. Tamara T, good to see you, Tamara. T? Thank you for being a JBN subscriber. Chuck Hunt from Monroe, Louisiana.
What's up, Chuck?
Chuck, curious to see. I didn't hear Chuck. I didn't hear your thoughts on Grambling and Southern. Southern already started camp already. So, but they've got that MEAC-SWAC challenge coming up, so they get a chance to be a week early. Let's see. Tim Young checking in, dropping a little info for you, Marcus. I'm sure that's something that maybe you already knew or didn't know, but I think Tim was at the Atlanta alumni meeting, which was right there. So I keep hearing about these two 6'11" guys.
So he was there with Swoop then.
Yes, yeah, I know. Bobby was there. So I heard, yes, Bobby was there. Bobby was in the house. Yeah.
What's up, Swoop?
What up, Swoop? Yes, exactly. Chuck Hunt. Good friend Ty, her father, is none other than William Barnum Floyd, who's a Florida State legend. I think part of the '93 championship team. Also does the color for the Florida State broadcast. So and he's been doing that for
long time.
Yeah, I was gonna say long time. Is Gene still the voice? Is Gene Deckerhoff still the voice of Florida State football? Or is he retired?
Gene said he was retiring, but I know he did at least 1 or 2 games last year. I don't know. I know Ty probably can answer that.
All right. Marvin Allen checking in. Good to see you, Marvin. Thank you for coming in. Ron Jab in the building.
What's up, Jab?
Good to see you. Sam Dixie in the house. Sam.
What's up, Dixie?
Thank you for checking in. Watch JD TV. Checking in, agile, mobile, hostile. Oh, he's ready.
All right.
Ready for the season. Yeah, I told you, Liv ready for hoops, man. Let's go. She's like, all this damn preseason football talk. But this is what Liv is going to say. I'm going to say it before. She's like, man, I hope y'all have this same energy for preseason basketball. I know that's what she's gonna say. You know, I ain't mad at her for saying it either. What up, Dan Talk? What up? Appreciate you coming in. Appreciate you checking in and being a JBN subscriber. We appreciate you.
What's up, Dan Talk?
Gail checking in. Oh,
what's up,
back
Gail?
Back in the land. Thank you for being a
Okay.
JBN subscriber, Gail.
Oh, big money people.
Yeah, I know, man. Right? Must be nice. Steve Campbell in the house. Good to see you, Campbell.
What's up, Steve?
Thank you for checking in. Ezekiel Love checking in as well. Zeke, appreciate you.
What's going on, Zeke?
For coming in. All right. So a lot of good stuff right off the bat. EA checking in. All right, EA. Glad you made it. You know, didn't want to take too long. Who, EA?
Yeah.
EA went to FAMU High?
Yeah.
Man, how come I didn't know that? All right. One of the first things I want to kind of drop here on the plate, and this is for not next week's show, but in a couple of weeks, guys, we're gonna have on Isis Williams. You guys remember Isis, right?
Oh, of course.
Volleyball.
Mm-hmm.
Volleyball, right? Standout volleyball player. So Isis is hold on, let me pull up the information here. And I'm gonna have to try to get my ducks in a row, so bear with me here as I pull up. Isis is she's an author now. Isis has published a book. This is her debut book called Changing the Game: Affirmations for the Black Student Athlete. And this is a project that she's been working on for the past few years. She says that the goal of the book is to shift the way Black athletes, who often carry the weight of so many pressures beyond the game, speak to themselves. And, you know, how important is that? The affirmations that, you know, that athletes have to have, right? She says it's more than just a collection of affirmations. It's a tool that she created to support athletes in navigating their journey. The book focuses on 5 themes. And these themes she personally encountered during her career: positivity, imposter syndrome, overcoming, self-love, and grace. And of course, you know, with winning the SWAC championship this past volleyball season and graduating with her master's in the spring, this past spring, she thought it was the perfect time to use her voice and legacy that she's created at FAMU to encourage other athletes that look like her and maybe are on a similar path. Isis is currently preparing to continue her volleyball playing career in Peru. And she's excited to keep using her platform to pour into the next generation of student athletes. Changing the Game is available on Amazon in both paperback and ebook formats. And so I'm going to drop the link to this book in the chats. So if you are following us, I got to figure out how to make this a bit link because, man, it is long. I'm going to probably have to go to Bitly or something like that real quick. But I'm going to drop the link to the book. Or if you want to jump on Amazon, those of you who are Amazon savvy, Amazon Books, you can go, there's the cover. You can find the book. It's called Changing the Game: Affirmations for the Black Student Athlete. And so in a couple of weeks, we're going to have Isis on. But I think this is a great book, especially if you got a young person. You know, you got a young person, you want to gift something. And look, back to school season, right? And a lot of athletes, especially young females, and I'm sure it has themes that apply to not just females, but men as well. And so this would be a great book to share with them. So like I said, if you want to go to Amazon, It's called Changing the Game, Affirmations for the Black Student Athlete. You can find it. I'm going to put the link in the chats during the break. But again, I hope you guys get a chance to go out and support. We did this a couple of weeks ago with good friend Ken Rashad, and his book is flying off the shelves. Great reviews. So, man, that's what we do, man. We try to continue to promote those who are in the space and continue to share with them. So let's step away for a short moment, and we will either come back with our interview, start of our interview with Ty Floyd, or we will drop the first O&G Award winner for the 2024-2025 season. Either one's going to happen on the other side of this break. You're watching the O&G StrikeZone right here on the Black College Sports Network. We will be back in just a moment.
History? Yeah, we built that. Pride? We fuel that. And on August 30th, we run that. Two powerhouse HBCUs, Howard Bison, FAMU Rattlers, one legendary showdown under the Miami lights at Hard Rock Stadium. The energy unmatched. The culture undeniable. The vibes straight HBCU. 2025 Invesco QQQ Orange Blossom Classic. Get your tickets and book your hotel now at orangeblossomclassic.com. Saturday, August 30th at 4 p.m. in Miami Gardens.
There's a shot. To right. It could be. Right field. Grand slam. What a shot. That's how you get hot, young fella.
Thank you, guys, for what you do for HBCU athletics. This is a fantastic avenue for all of us. This is our ESPN, so we love what you guys do, and all you guys at BCSN. We really appreciate what it is that you guys do for us.
The human voice has always connected audiences with experiences. Major brands all across America have trusted Kever's voice time and time again. Conversational, powerhouse, intelligent, and sincere. That's the voice you need for your creative marketing process. KEAVERSVOICE.com. Kever's Voice, Kever's Voice, KeversVoice.com. Always on, all the time.
This is Bryan Fulford. AD Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Wrap. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to download. We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part of the show.
Football fans, HBCU football is back in the ATL with the Cricket MEAC SWAC Challenge Kickoff. Representing the MEAC, North Carolina Central, and representing the SWAC, Southern, Eagles, Jaguars, the Marching Sound Machine, the Human Jukebox. The kickoff trophy is up for grabs, and bragging rights are on the line. The rivalry is real. Bring the family and join us pre-game for the fun-filled Coca-Cola fan experience, including band jamborees, food, activations, and fellowship. For tickets and information, visit MEACSWACChallenge.com.
All right, guys, welcome back to the O&G StrikeZone. Bryan, Marcus, Kelvin back here for this segment. All right, so let's see. Something happened here. I was trying to send. Did the link go out? It did go out.
It did. I see it on the YouTube chat.
Okay, good deal. I know there was something here. Looks like there was an I don't know. Okay, it did go out. It looks like it went out. Okay, so yeah, I did put the link in there, so hopefully you guys can access it and go support ISIS. And again, in a couple of weeks, we will have ISIS on the show. While we wait for our next guest, or our first guest, I should say, let's kind of go through just kind of summary again on some of the various categories that made up part of the 24-25 awards. We have the support staff of the year, support staff person of the year, the sports administrator of the year, the women's sports assistant coach of the year, the men's sport assistant coach of the year, the women's sport coach of the year, as well as the men's sport coach of the year. Those are the head coaches. The female athlete of the year, the male athlete of the year, then the women's sport team and men's sport teams of the year. Also, most memorable moment and the most memorable moment in both men and women. And then the Kofi Hemingway Most Spirited Rattler Award, which we will recognize a man and a woman, male or female, for that award. All right. You guys want to kind of get into one of the awards?
Let's go.
Sure.
All right. Let me make sure I got the first graphic and everything ready. All right. So the first award that we will recognize here as we get ready to introduce the 2025 O&G Awards will be none other than the support staff of the year. And as you can see, the support staff of the year, we got Fenoris Hayes, Ken Lassiter, Dr. Ebenezer Oriaku, Jeff Walker, and LaDon Pritchett. All right. Quick guesses here. The winner is Kenneth Lassiter. Kenneth Lassiter, the winner of the support staff person of the year. Any thoughts? Give you guys a chance to kind of anything you want to add there regarding the winner, Ken Lassiter, the support staff person of the year.
I give some context.
What's that?
Give some context for those who may not know what his role is.
Oh, Kelvin. I turned that over to Kelvin.
I mean, his role is to make sure that our student athletes are, doing well physically, essentially. And I think he's been on the job. This is his third year, I believe, somewhere around there. And because he came with the previous AD.
Mm-hmm.
And my take on things is when things seem to get done and nobody's complaining, and you don't really know the person behind, then they're probably doing a hell of a job, to be honest.
Oh yeah, because we'll raise Cain if somebody's not doing something.
Right. So and I understand in all seriousness the hours that our support staff and our administrators put in. We got 14 sports and we're not staffed at a level, so there's a lot of 10-hour, 12-hour days in there and 6 days a week type stuff going on when all the sports are going. So, and you don't have any complaints from anyone, and it's a thankless job. It's just like you asking for contact so people know who he is. That's why we do this. Actually, though, that's precisely the reason when we decided we were going to do the O&G Awards, that we categorize things out so it don't just be coaches and players. Because for athletics to be successful, it's a lot of people involved, and those folks don't ever get their shine. So this is an opportunity for him to get his shine, and we got to get him on the show. I work to do that.
Okay. I leave those kind of things in your capable hands. So we'll say congratulations again to Kenneth. Does he prefer Ken or is it always Kenneth?
We're going to call him Kenneth because his mama named him Kenneth.
All right. Well said. Congratulations. His mama called him Kenneth, so I'm going to call him Kenneth. All right. Hey, nothing wrong. Congratulations, Kenneth Lassiter, on the nominee and the winner of the 2024-25 Support Staff Person of the Year. All right. Let's go to another category here. While I think we got time, or at least we're gonna move forward in that manner. And I'm looking on my graphics page here. Bear with me here. You guys want to drop another news nuggets, thoughts, something here while I kind of filter through my graphics cards here. I'm trying to figure out what happened to my graphic for the Sports Administrator of the Year.
Well,
news, anything. Go ahead, just whatever. I mean, I need at least a minute here.
Well, we do have some fundraisers coming up, the boosters.
Yes.
Yeah, they have the golf.
Talk about them. Do we want to talk about them? Because I got some issues, but I don't know if we want to do that right now. But
let's stay positive.
I mean, we've got some fundraisers. We got kickoff lunches coming on, and and a golf fundraiser that's coming in August. All right, so season is almost here, so we got to support those things, and along with when people offer $10,000, we got to take those too. But
yeah, we do, especially we got to take the money when the money comes from people who've been giving.
We in the business of taking money.
We in the business of taking money. Politics aside, we in the business of taking money. Let's not forget that. We, everybody, man, come on, man.
So,
yeah.
But also we have, I think, the second round of the Rattler Strike Tour. I don't know if it's called that anymore. I think it was called the Rattler Roundup. That's happening tomorrow in Jacksonville. So I think the first session was in Atlanta. So round 2 is in Jacksonville. And it sounds like, I'm not familiar with the building, but it sounded like the FAMU Pharmacy Extension School. Or I'm not sure what it's called, but I hadn't seen that before. But that's happening tomorrow night as well.
Yeah.
Now, Bryan, I don't know if you have that graphic, but I know they put something out on Instagram and on Twitter.
I don't have that graphic, but if one of you kind gentlemen can grab it, I'd be great. And maybe there is a button down, you can add it down there as well. I'll try to find. I know the other graphic that's on the script, Kelvin had, which I haven't had a chance to pull off.
Find it real quick.
But
and while we still filling in, while we still filling things, some interesting things are happening with NIL, the landscape. So there was a thread of a suit with how the NCAA was clearing and how they were treating collectives specifically. And so there's been some negotiations, and so now they're backtracking on some of the things, and they're going to treat collectives just like any other business, even ones run by the institutions. And there was some questioning of the timelines that it was taking for the NCAA to clear some of these sponsorships that were coming in. It was taking up to 2 weeks in some cases. So a lot of maneuvering. This thing is still it's still fluid at this point. And it's, who knows what it's going to look like when it's finally cleared. You got the president jumping in this thing saying that they're going to, he's going to get some kind of legislation, executive order.
Who said this? Who said this?
The president of the United States.
Okay. I'm trying. Yeah, you got to specify which president. Because we in a period of flux and chaos within our own university. So when I hear you say president is making declarations and things, I'm like, who? Which one? So yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So there's a that the landscape of collectives in the NCAA and universities is very dynamic, and the NCAA and whatever those former coaches are trying to drum up, I don't think it's going to be successful, because at the end of the day, the student athletes have spoken, and they've got some powerful forces behind them. So those coaches who don't no longer work for schools, they're going to find out. They just need to shut up and retire.
All right. Quick reminder. Here's the what Kelvin was talking about. The Rattler Roundup that he was speaking of earlier, of course, is the FAMU Pharmacy Practice Center in Jacksonville. That's the location, Marcus. Mm-hmm. And so for those of you, if while it's on the screen there, you can go ahead and scan that QR code to be a part of that event. As you see, Colsey, Gordon, Ward will be in the building. Feel free to ask your questions. It's a great time to ask questions, not only of the coaches. I'm going to stop there.
Now, I do have a question for this, and I don't know to what degree, and Kelvin, actually both of you can help out, but I know typically the headliner would be the football head coach, and I guess in parallel with basketball. But have any of the other coaches been, or any other representatives from the other sports, been headlined as Rattler Roundup or formerly known as Strike Tour?
Typically, that doesn't happen. Typically, it's the money generating sports. If you notice, those three are the money generating sports at FAMU. The most visible, probably the most not only revenue but cost centers, the biggest cost centers too. So
let's be honest, Kelvin. These are the only sports where you actually pay to get into the event. So let's be honest here. So when we talk about revenue generating, what we're talking about is these are the events where you pay to get into a game on campus, because unfortunately we're not charging at every event.
Plus they have the video boards, so the game day atmosphere has sponsorships and other things. Other sports do have some of that, but they don't have, they don't generate enough revenue to control their sports. So we need these three to be winning and to generate as much interest and to sell as many tickets as possible. Right.
Yep. So, and even though, I don't know, for example, in Atlanta, who was it who just commented on the Atlanta? Was that somebody?
That was Tim.
Tim. I know Coach Beal was in Atlanta that same weekend recruiting at a softball tournament, and I would have loved to have seen or heard that Coach Beal was there. I don't think she was there. Might have been a little hard with the recruiting, but I think when you have a big booster event like that, and especially if you're in town, you got to be there. It's just, somehow, some way it's got to happen. Got to make it happen. I know it's hard, but I know.
Well, I think you got to be first. Honor your commitment you was there for, right? So the commitment she was there for was for this tournament, and not only recruiting, but participation. I know they had some things there.
You're right.
I saw some videos or some pictures where there were coaches from a bunch of schools, HBCUs specifically, that was at this thing. So I don't think it was just like, hey, we're going to this tournament. And it wasn't a one-day thing. It was pretty much all weekend. So I don't know what the commitments are, and that's the only thing I want to say. I know that when coaches commit to certain things, they have a schedule also, and Atlanta traffic is no joke.
No, I respect that, and two things can be true. So we'll just leave it at that. You also mentioned again, Kelvin, that FAMU Rattler Boosters pregame tailgate that you mentioned. So here's the flyer for that. More information at FAMURattlerBoosters.com, or make sure you're following Rattler Boosters on Twitter. Follow on IG. Have you been paying attention to Rattler Boosters on IG?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. Thoughts?
Interesting,
to say the least. To say the least.
Is active?
I like the player cards.
It's very active. It changes up though. I mean, I see some usage of some AI, whether it be it's very active, very original. I don't know, who's in charge of it.
You can tell it's some younger person.
Somebody young, yeah, I will say that. And they're finding some creative ways to do some things. I think they're challenging in a good way FAMU athletics, who are putting out content in different ways, and all of this is good. So I don't want to be overly critical. I will say though, when we do interviews with student athletes, we have to know who they are. We have to know, because we don't know who they are. We don't have complete rosters online. We got so many and again, we think about how many transfers are coming over from different schools. Basketball team, women's basketball, 12 new players. Men's basketball, 7 to 10 new players. Volleyball's got a large group of new players. I mean, you can't just give us a video and be able to connect when we don't know the people. You have to be able to introduce Rattler Nation to these young men and women before you start giving us catchy little fun interviews with, hey, Marcus, what's your favorite soul food restaurant? Before you start giving us that kind of stuff, I got to know who you're talking to, because showing us a guy or a girl in a number, it doesn't hit the same. So, all right. Let's go to our Sports Administrator of the Year, gentlemen. Our Sports Administrator of the Year, of course, we want to recognize the top sports administrators for the past 24-25 season. Of course, we've got Rhea Floyd, Brittany Johnson, A.D. Angela Suggs, and John Tornes. Let's see. And the winner of the 20... Oh, it kind of went backwards here. All right, here we go. All right. The 2024-25 Sports Administrator of the Year, none other than Angela Suggs, with overwhelming majority of the votes. Sports Admin of the Year, without a doubt. I think well deserved for the great 24-25 season by A.D. Suggs. Any comments or thoughts you guys want to throw in there, Kelvin and Marcus?
Marcus?
Well, in terms of excitement and in terms of, I guess, invigorating the fan base, especially after the previous administration and everything that went down, I think some of the things that she's implementing will help us turn around and get us on the right footing.
Well, and I'll just add, that just kind of says all it needs to say. Right there over top of her head says winner. And the fact that the voting population, so overwhelmingly supporter, nothing else need to be said.
There you go. All right. So congratulations to friend of the program, ADVP, Angela Suggs. Congratulations on the honors. All right. We're coming up on another break. So coming up on the other side of the break, I think we'll have Jay Campbell. Not sure. Yeah, I think we do have Jay Campbell. So look like he is in the background, and he is going to be squared away, ready to go. So joining us on the other side will be HBCU Swingman Classic MVP Jay Campbell. And we'll talk to Jay, get a chance to introduce him, the O&G. And then coming up a little bit later, we'll finish off the show with some more awards. You guys hang tight. And you are watching the O&G Strike Zone right here on the Black College Sports Network. We'll be back in just a moment.
I'm returning to Clinton Paris, and Tampa's my community. I grew up here, went to school here, and my wife and I make our home here. What makes Tampa special are its people. So when I represent someone injured in my community, it's personal. Call my office and speak to a real lawyer and not some referral service. I will fight the insurance companies to get the settlement that you deserve. At the law office of Clinton Paris, we take the pain out of being heard.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
Sugar Chateau Desserts is a specialty bakery located in the Charlotte, North Carolina metro area. We will create delicious and one-of-a-kind treats for any occasion. Sugar Chateau is currently shipping cakes in a jar, offering a variety of different flavors in a single-serve container that can help you celebrate in accordance with social distancing. Place your orders today by calling 803-526-7895 or visiting sugarchateaudesserts.com.
You're looking for the latest information on Southern University sports, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and HBCU athletics. There's only one place to go. Tune in to the Carlos Brown Show, exclusively on the Black College Sports Network.
Attention football fans. The Cricket MEAC SWAC Challenge Kickoff is back in Atlanta on August 23rd. Representing the MEAC, North Carolina Central, and representing the SWAC Southern. Join us at Center Park Stadium for a full day of tailgating, football, and bands. For more information and tickets, visit MEACSWACChallenge.com.
History? Yeah, we built that. Pride? We fuel that. And on August 30th, we run that. Two powerhouse HBCUs, Howard Bison, FAMU Rattlers, one legendary showdown under the Miami lights at Hard Rock Stadium. The energy, unmatched. The culture, undeniable. The vibes, straight HBCU. 2025 Invesco QQQ Orange Blossom Classic. Get your tickets and book your hotel now at orangeblossomclassic.com. Saturday, August 30th at 4 p.m. in Miami Gardens.
All right, welcome back to the O&G Strike Zone. Bryan, Marcus, Kelvin, Rozier, Marcus Green.
Bryan Fuller.
Well, thank you. All right, just got a quick update. I know we missed Ty in the last segment, Ty Floyd, but she will join us here in the bottom of this hour. So, yeah. So we'll go. We got our next guest coming up, and then we will have Ty. But before we introduce our next guest to the O&G StrikeZone, here's a young man who had a big day on a big stage just this past week, about a week ago Friday. It's just been about 10 days. Yeah. Joining us for the first time here on the O&G StrikeZone, a member of our 2025 FAMU baseball team, a first-team All-SWAC performer, as well as the MVP of the HBCU Swingman Classic. Welcome to the program, Jay Campbell. Jay, how you doing, young fella? Welcome to the O&G StrikeZone.
Welcome. It's nice to meet y'all, and I'm doing good. How about y'all?
Doing good, Jay.
Doing great.
Man, it's awesome, man. Pleasure to have you on the show. Jay, let's start there from the most recent experience and the video, the 2-run home run trailing 4-2. Walk us through that moment and, carry it on through. Obviously, it was a spark that your team needed to end up taking the win as you guys won the Swingman Classic and you were recognized as MVP. But take us through that moment and that evening.
Yes, sir. I fell behind really quick. I was down 0-2. I tell you that on 2 pitches, and then worked a few balls, went up 2-2. And then finally I got a pitch that was hittable. So I hit it and did what I could with it.
Nice. Were you surprised? Were you shocked that you were given or recognized as the MVP?
I knew it was between me and another player named Cameron Douglas, who also hit a home run, and he threw 96 on the mound. So one of us was gonna get it. So
yeah,
that's what I figured.
And as a true freshman, a lot of people may or may not know that. What was that experience like? And maybe any interesting players or stories from the event. That you had a chance to experience, and this being your first year on a major stage like that.
It's great to be there on the first year. I think that's an amazing feature, amazing thing to have on your resume. And I told myself before the season that that's what I wanted to do, being a swingman this year. So I'm glad that I could do it. And I met a lot of good people, a lot of stories, met Ken Griffey, met some other important people, and a lot of players in the SWAC. It's a lot of stories, a lot of good baseball around.
Definitely. Go ahead, Kelvin.
Well, to your point, Jay, the HBCU baseball in general, they had quite a few guys that got drafted. I think 1 or 2 of the guys were at the game also. And, of course, your teammate, Brody Papa, was the first HBCU person to get drafted. Just talk about watching him as a older player and how he went about everything, and then seeing him drafted. And what do you take away from that?
From watching Brody play, I say he does play the game hard, and that's what I like about him and how he plays the game the most. He runs everything out. He plays the game the right way, and I like that. And having him as an older guy on the team, it gives you the ropes and the ground rules of the program and what they expect. So it's good to have that, and I'm glad to see him succeed.
What did you think of your first season and the team's first season? There was a lot of young guys who played. We had lost a lot of production from last year, particularly on the offensive side in terms of power, and guys who had been in the program a long time. And then you all come in and you all just have a outstanding season, almost finish first in the division and almost win the championship. Just talk about your freshman year as a true freshman. How was it?
It was about a great best year I could ask for as a freshman. I really liked it. We definitely did a lot better than we was expected to do, and I like that. You know, it's cool being an underdog sometimes.
So now that the season is over and you all see that potential, you got your 1-2 pitcher coming back, 3 pitchers really, and then because you pitched too, didn't know you was that good of a pitcher. Knew you could hit and field and do all the other things. So what is something you want to work on going into the fall and then next season?
No, I'd say my goal next year is hit more home runs. That's really what I want to do, which will take me to the next level.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Marcus.
Well, thank you for joining us, Jay. As it relates to how you ended up at FAMU, your recruitment and your fellow classmates, and what you've seen the staff do this year, talk a little bit about, if you wouldn't mind, how you ended up at FAMU, but what you see going forward based on who you've seen the staff start to bring in or extend offers to, if you've kept up with that.
Mm-hmm. So I ended up at FAMU. I'm a local guy. I'm from Tallahassee, so I guess it was a little bit easier for me to get in contact with Shoop and to talk to him and for him to see me and all that. So that's kind of how I got in contact with him, with Coach Shoop. And some of the guys, I've heard a little bit about some of the guys that are coming in. Supposedly we got some dudes coming in. So I'm glad that it's gonna raise the competition level, make us better. I always get better.
Thank you.
Jay, let me ask, with you being a Tallahassee guy, what was your familiarity with the FAMU baseball program prior to getting on the radar for Coach Shoop?
Mm-hmm. So I've been to a few of the games. I ain't gonna say that I went to all of them, but I went to a few of them. And I knew of Coach Shoop. I think he was somewhat familiar with my high school coach. I don't know. But it's a small world.
It is. It is definitely a small world. And obviously, Kelvin mentioned you making the transition to pitching this year. So you were DH, third base, then became a pitcher somewhere about middle season in the tournament, especially after Caleb got hurt. Mm-hmm. Was that something you expected to do? Because it kind of caught us. It was a great surprise. I think it was an added benefit. But what was that conversation like? Maybe was it something that was in the process, and who kind of pushed you into saying, you can confidently go out there and handle this role as well?
Mm-hmm. So I pitched in high school some, and then coming there, Coach Shoop, we talked about it, and he was like, you probably not going to pitch at first, but you never know, basically. So, and then Caleb, unfortunately, got hurt, but I saw him the other day, so he's doing good. Okay. And then I ended up throwing the scrimmages and then throwing the Mercer a few times, and then I just ended up throwing the games in midweeks and then worked the Sunday. So I'm glad I could do it. I could do to help the team.
Nice. Go ahead, Kelvin.
So I'm wondering, what baseball player do you? What's your favorite baseball player? Who you model your game after? What's your favorite position to play since you play multiple?
Mm-hmm. My favorite baseball player, that's hard. I say there's a lot of dudes that I like. Like I would say, I like Griffey because I kind of used him, grew up watching him a little bit. But my dad was familiar with him, and he kind of put me on him. And I grew up watching David Ortiz. That's who I grew up watching.
Big Papi.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, them a few of my favorites. Now it's just Acuna. He's just fun to watch.
Yeah. Yes.
But
absolutely.
Yeah, that's kind of where I go with that.
Do you have a favorite position? That you like to play?
I like to play third.
Okay.
I like to move around. I like to do whatever to help the team. I like to win. So.
Okay. All right.
Go ahead, Marcus. You got anything?
Yes. What's your favorite away stadium so far? I know you made the rounds in your freshman year, but is there a particular stadium that you really enjoyed playing in this year? Away stadium.
I like playing in UF probably and UCF. I like UCF a little bit better. I don't know why. A lot of people would disagree, but I like UCF for sure. And then in the SWAC away, I like playing at Alabama State.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was one of the first years, Jay, in which opponents weren't there wasn't divisions. You know, in the past, FAMU's only played the 5 Eastern Division schools, except maybe a few or non-conference tournaments or events. This year, every series, 10 of the 11 opponents, you got a chance to play. Did you get a sense, you and your teammates, did you get a good sense of, hey, this is something new? Was there a sense of excitement with that schedule change? What did you think about the opportunity to play some schools that I'm sure as you talked to the coaches, they were like, hey, we haven't played these guys since 1980 something or other, probably before you guys were even born and thought of,
Well, I'm glad that I wasn't there when they did have the divisions, when I played within the divisions, but I'm glad that I could be a part of the first year where they didn't have divisions and we could play everybody, get a feel of what everybody has, and know it's better for later on in the season. You kind of know how everybody is. So I'm kind of glad it's that way. I liked it that way.
Nice. What's your major? Give us a little bit of the off the field stuff. What's your major? What are some things you like doing in your downtime when you're not in the batting cage or on the diamond?
My major is economics, and what I like doing outside of baseball, working out is one of my hobbies, but it goes along with baseball. Outside of all of that, hunting, fishing, that's more of I like doing country stuff.
Okay, hunting and fishing. What's something you got a good hunting story? What's something that you caught recently or I guess shot? You're not using a bow and arrow or anything, I'm assuming. So, what's something that you recently caught?
I went bass fishing probably a few days ago. Caught about 4 or 5. That was about it. But as far as hunting, I don't get into it as much as I want to. I'll get to it more later on in life.
Okay. With the bass fishing, I know what they measure everything by the weight or necessarily over the height or length rather, right? So what's the largest bass you caught?
About 5 pounds. It ain't too crazy.
Okay.
And I don't have some of the PBs some other people have.
Oh yeah. You got some guys on the team? You got some bass fishers on the team? What's the vibe like on the team?
No, it's cool. Jam, I know Jam, our assistant coach, he really likes to fish, our pitching coach.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to go with him soon.
Okay. All right. I was gonna say let us know if there's any you guys take some good photos now if there's any like team bass fishing trips or anything. I mean, might be a nice team bonding experience. You take some guys out there, you and Coach Mack, and do some bass fishing. That sounds like something that'll be fun.
Yeah, it does sound fun.
Hey, Jay, did you play any other sports in high school, or you just always been a baseball guy?
Yeah, I played football freshman and sophomore year of high school, but I stopped playing it to play baseball.
What position? DB or running back?
I was more of a linebacker, tight end.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay. So you rather hit people than be hit?
Pretty much.
I got you. I see that. I can tell. All right. Marcus, you got any last questions there for Jay?
I had one in mind, but I forgot after that last segment. Let me see if I can remember it. It doesn't come to mind right now. If I think about it, I'll shoot it to you.
So let me. I got one before we let him get out of here. My question to you is, what was the experience like in a tournament, man? What we had about 5 or 6 games in the tournament. Some tight ones. We got into the losers bracket. Then we get in the Bethune game, and we were ahead, and then just how was that tournament, man? Just the atmosphere and being a part of that run.
No, it was a great tournament. I liked it. Obviously, it didn't turn out how it was supposed to, but it was a great tournament. We played well, and it's a great atmosphere. It's a very competitive atmosphere at a great, nice field. I liked that field.
Yeah. So, what's your impression of the SWAC? First year, like I said, I think there's Alabama State. I know had a couple of guys drafted. I think Bethune had a guy, and in all, I think it was somewhere between 6 and 8 that got drafted from HBCUs. Just what was your thoughts? You've been playing baseball all alone, and summer ball and stuff in high school, and you're a baseball guy through and through. What was your thoughts of the SWAC, competition wise?
I like the SWAC. There's some good competition in the SWAC. I think it's a good place to be for baseball. I think it's getting better for every year.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Hey, Jay, let people know where they can find you on socials. Are you big? Are you a big social media guy, whether it be Instagram or Twitter?
I'm on Instagram and Twitter. I think my Twitter is J Campbell 23 with some underscores. I don't exactly remember, but my Instagram is _.JLadon.
Wait a minute. Say that nice and slow so everybody can make sure they pick that up or spell it out. That way, if they want to follow you, they can do that.
Okay. _.JAYTHEDON. That's my Instagram.
All right. Sounds good. Well, hey, the summer, I mean, I know school gets going in about a month. So you still got some summer left. So, hopefully you're able to get out on a lake or a pond or somewhere and do some good fishing and kind of relax before it's time to start back in the fall, man. Thank you for joining the show, man. Congratulations on a great season, man. I mean, awesome experience. First team All-SWAC, the team success. So it only gets better from here, Jay. It only gets better from here, man. So,
you done set a high bar, Jay.
Exactly. We expect to see you on some of these O&G Awards for top male athletes and some of the other performances. So we expect to see you over the next couple of years in some of these categories. All right.
I sure appreciate it. It's nice to meet y'all.
Yeah, thank you. It's a pleasure meeting you as well. God bless and have a great sophomore year. All right. We'll talk soon.
You have too. Yes, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jay Campbell, outstanding young man. Very cool. Who was it? I saw somebody's comment here. Had me rolling there in a second.
What, the baritone voice?
Yeah. Somebody was like, somebody's like, Bryan, you got to drop the tone on your voice. I said, yeah, Jay got me. You got me, man. Sounds good. You got a future of that. If he wants to, people on over there to the School of Journalism and Communications, I mean, they might be looking for that smooth baritone voice.
Yeah, I should have asked them. Is he a singer? Can he sing?
Might have some voiceover work there available for you, Jay. I'm telling you, man. You got the voice. You got the voice. So very cool. Appreciate Jay for coming in and joining us. Okay.
Hey, we're gonna do some O&G Awards, right?
Yeah, we can. Sure, always. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. Then.
Why you had something that you wanted to?
No, I can get it in anytime. No, go ahead.
Okay. Let's go over to the next category. Is the women's sport assistant coach of the year. I'm trying to get all my graphics and everything squared away here. Women's sport assistant coach of the year. Okay.
Yeah, that was one of those ones where it's going to probably be pretty tight.
Yeah, we had and this was the one category where we had the exact same group of candidates from the previous year, right? So let's go to the video and let's find out who our winners are for this year in this assistant coaches category. Representing Felicia Barnes, cheer, Steve Cansfield, volleyball, Adante Genie, basketball, Tamika Kitchen, track, Earl Wade, tennis, and the winner is Earl Wade. Earl Wade, a first-time recipient.
Yes.
First-time recipient of the assistant coach, women's sport assistant coach of the year. Congratulations to Coach Wade, who has been the right-hand coach there with Coach Nikki as the Rattlers. Our tennis program has won SWAC championships 2 of the last 3 seasons. For 3 consecutive seasons, we have been in the championship match of the SWAC. We've been there 3 consecutive years. Any personal thoughts you want to add there? I'm sure you've met and known Coach Wade probably a little more than myself or maybe Marcus, Kelvin.
Well, he's been around for quite a bit of time now, and like you say, he's a big part of a lot of success. And tennis is not a very high visible sport, and so I'm glad that he gets a chance to get a little shine for all the commitment and dedication he puts in. When you get to the Olympic sports at the HBCU level, people got to have a regular job and they're assisting on the side. Typically, volunteer in some cases. So, but they work just as hard. So I'm just glad that he's deserving. And I'm glad he's getting a little shine. We can provide it to him on our platform.
Yes, indeed. Marcus, anything you'd like to add on the category or the voting or anything of that nature?
I would say it's well deserved, especially considering the success the tennis team has had, as you mentioned, being in 3 straight championship games and championship matches. And so, things are continuing. The success is continuing, and I'm sure it would not be possible without his support and his efforts.
All right. So again, congratulations to Coach Earl Wade, winner of the Women's Sport Assistant Coach of the Year. All right. Let me see how quickly we can go to the Men's Assistant Coach of the Year. I think in this category, Kelvin, Marcus, correct me if I'm wrong, this might be a first that we have that occurred in this particular category.
First that I recall. But.
Yeah. I think it's the first in any category in O&G history. Yeah.
All right. While I try to figure out where my graphic has gone for this. Okay, here we go. Just showed up. Okay. Go through the nominees again, if you would, Kelvin or Marcus. One of you guys just kind of introduce who the candidates are again.
Marcus? I don't have it up.
Oh my God! Come on, you guys. Thanks for being. You guys help me out here. Help me out here. You guys.
I mean, you can't just throw us under the bus live.
I thought we were all working on the same page. I'm sorry. I thought we were all working off the same script.
I'm on the script
page.
I'm on the script. It don't have the script. The script don't have everybody. It has the winners.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. All right, here we go. Men's Sports Coach of the Year, Assistant Coach of the Year. All right. So we've got 5 nominees, beginning with Henry Burris from football, Robert Deadweiler II from track, Moby Dillard of golf, Jeremiah McCullough, and Brett Richardson from baseball. And the winners, nope, not Earl Wade. Nope, wrong graphic. Also, it might cycle out of there. Our actual winners, that was for the women's assistant coach. We actually have 2 winners, Robert Deadweiler and also Jeremiah McCullough. Jeremiah McCullough, also a winner in this category as well. So as you can see, we end up with an actual tie.
That's
in
right,
this category. Co-winners.
Mm-hmm.
So the co-winners in this category, again, as you can see, we've got Robert Deadweiler representing track,
sprint
coach, and then Jeremiah McCullough, the pitching coach for baseball.
And you can, and it was percentage was low. So for people who don't know, we can see the percentage of the winning percentages, and this was a category where a lot of people got votes. So nobody got up to 30%. Nobody got 25%. That's just how close it was. So the voting population was spread on this. But I will say, Jeremiah, former pitcher himself, he had a number 1 pitcher go down in the middle of the season. He was reigning pitcher of the year. Then he just what happens? He ended up getting a freshman to be the All-SWAC, and then bringing in our last guest to pitch also. He was our Sunday starter the rest of the season, halfway through. So, of course, just pulling that off on a second-ranked team in the SWAC, of course, is deserving. And then, our sprints this year, when men and women, were outstanding. All right, we got the fastest woman in the SWAC, and who won indoor and outdoor. And then we had the second fastest, who's now the fastest, because the fastest has moved on from Alabama State to another program. But we had the second fastest sprinters in 100 and 200. So obviously, sprints coach is doing an awesome job. So I get it, but this was a very competitive category, and again, nobody got over like 25%.
All right. Well, again, congratulations to Coach Deadweiler and Coach McCullum on the honors. Coming up a little bit later in the show, we will have the announcement of the women and men's head coach of the year, the female and male athlete of the year, the team of the year, the men and women, the team of the year, as well as the most memorable moment of 2024-25 for our men's sports and our women's sports. You guys keep hitting the thumbs up and the like button, however, and wherever you are watching the show. Hello to everybody watching on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. We appreciate you. Coming up on the other side of this break, our friend of the program, Ty Floyd, coming back to the O&G StrikeZone. We'll talk to Ty on the other side of this break. She is now the voice of the Alabama A&M Bulldogs. We'll talk to her in a moment. You're watching the O&G StrikeZone right here on the Black College Sports Network. We'll be back in just a moment.
History? Yeah, we built that. Pride? We fuel that. And on August 30th, we run that. 2 powerhouse HBCUs, Howard Bison, FAMU Rattlers, one legendary showdown under the Miami lights at Hard Rock Stadium. The energy unmatched. The culture undeniable. The vibes straight HBCU. 2025 Invesco QQQ Orange Blossom Classic. Get your tickets and book your hotel now at orangeblossomclassic.com. Saturday, August 30th at 4 p.m. in Miami Gardens.
Football fans, HBCU football is back in the ATL with the Cricket MEAC SWAC Challenge Kickoff. Representing the MEAC, North Carolina Central, and representing the SWAC, Southern, Eagles, Jaguars, the Marching Sound Machine, the Human Jukebox. The kickoff trophy is up for grabs, and bragging rights are on the line. The rivalry is real. Bring the family and join us pre-game for the fun-filled Coca-Cola fan experience, including band jamborees, food, activations, and fellowship. For tickets and information, visit MEACSWACChallenge.com.
It's like a loop machine. Going around town, trying to get down. It's like a loop machine.
The Cuvée Group is a Florida-based marketing and training consulting firm. We help businesses communicate to their target audience and engage them in conversation. We also help to expand their audiences, which will ultimately result in growth for those organizations. In addition to being a certified constant contact specialist, my colleagues and I are also certified in John Maxwell Leadership Principles. We use these proven principles to conduct workshops, training, and private coaching sessions for individuals and companies looking to take things to the next level. Contact us to schedule a free consultation. Issues today, don't delay, call Cuvée.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
All right, welcome back to the O&G StrikeZone. Bryan, Marcus, Kelvin here. I gotta share a photo because I love this photo here. Coming up here is our next guest. That's right. This young lady right here is about to make history in HBCU football in the SWAC. Ty Floyd, a graduate of the School of Journalism and Communications. I think it's Broadcast Journalism and Communications. Let me get that right. And she is about to become the voice of the Bulldogs, the Alabama A&M Bulldogs. Welcome back to the O&G StrikeZone, friend of the program, Ty Floyd. Look at Ty. How you doing, Ty?
Hey, I'm good. How are y'all doing?
What up, Rattler? What's good?
Glasses?
Thank you.
I know.
Are those new or are those fashion?
These are fashion. These are, guys, I'm so sorry, but I went out to Baltimore Ravens training camp and the sun beat me down. So I came to the hotel and got in my relaxed mode and then checked my Instagram and said, oh my God. After I already washed off my makeup, so we're hiding behind.
Ty, you still look lovely as ever. You know, you're made for the camera. You know, your voice is made for the airwaves. So, you know, it's all love. No worries. You're all good with us.
That's love. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So yes, again, you know, the announcement came out just before SWAC Media Day that you were tabbed to be the new voice of the Alabama A&M Bulldogs. Now this is your second year, I believe, right? With Alabama A&M, kind of on a full second or third year, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah. So it's I'm coming up on 1 year of being in Alabama, and it's crazy to me because so much has been done and so much has been accomplished since being here in August, we were able to win Sports Information Department of the Year, which was amazing. And grown our engagement, grown our pages. And I'm almost done with my degree, which actually came to us as a surprise to me because I didn't know that I was this close, actually one class away from completing my degree. So yeah, this is my second year with the Bulldogs. They've elevated my role and I'm really excited for it.
So walk us through how this opportunity came to be, because you've been primarily, we're most familiar with you sideline reporting. Then you did get into doing some play-by-play. I remember with the CIAA, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. And so and that was basketball. So I don't think we've ever heard you do play-by-play for football unless I missed it somewhere. But just talk to us about how this opportunity came into your purview, into your vision. And it's like, yo, this is where I need to be.
Every single one of my mentors told me that I needed to get into play-by-play. And it was something that I was like, ugh, like play-by-play for real? Ew. I don't want to.
That's how I feel sometimes.
Yeah, I was like, ugh, like what? Why would I do that? But no, I've been encouraged to get into play-by-play. I think with just my sports acumen, especially as it pertains to football, my ability to be a storyteller, and just how underrepresented women are in this arena, I've been encouraged a lot. And it was something I never really understood or never really wanted to do until I went to the CIAA basketball tournament in 2023. And it was my first year. They tried me out at play-by-play and I absolutely loved it. I was alongside Tarika Foster-Brasby. She really poured into me and made me believe that I could do it. And after that, I had transitioned to sideline for the week. And so as I'm doing the sideline, I'm like, wow, I really wish I was back over there at the table doing play-by-play because it's so much fun. It's so much more fun. And I had a real come to Jesusing with myself about what I wanted my career to look like, what I wanted to actually do. Obviously, I wasn't going to be doing color because that spot is more so focused on former players and former coaches. So I understood that. But I knew that play-by-play was definitely the arena to get into, especially with how many women there are not in that field. So I really studied. I ordered tons of books. Take Your Eye Off the Ball. I ordered Bruce Arians' book. I ordered Football for Dummies. I started getting with my dad to learn zones, coverages, schemes, everything that I could to be able to do exceedingly well in this role. And Bryan Howard, who was actually the SID at Florida A&M when I was matriculating, is now at Alabama A&M. And when this spot became available, I would say that he advocated for me. So did Coach Jason Mai, and AD Bryant has always been the wind beneath my wings. So they gave me the opportunity, and now we're here.
Man, that's awesome. So I have so many follow-ups, but let me let the other guys get in here. I'll start with you, Marcus. Marcus, get in there, get some questions in, and then go to Kelvin.
Well, Ty, welcome back. Good to see you. I think the last time, it's been a couple of years since we had you on, so thank you. And also, thank you once again for being an advocate for my daughter. She's talked with you a little bit, so I guess I don't know if she's in that arena just yet, but I do appreciate your continuing to sow into her. I guess my question, I want to find out a little bit more about the play-by-play in terms of the, I guess, expansiveness of the role. So for your play-by-play calling, will it be in stadium and will also be carried via any television that's being broadcast for the games, whether it be on ESPN or in the SWAC TV network, and any streaming or audio? So are you covering all three, or are there different people doing that? You're the sole person doing the play-by-play?
So it'll be me doing play-by-play every single game. How it's going to work is we're going to be broadcast through WJAB, which is our campus flagship radio station. And then there will be visuals. So to give people an overview or just an insight to how this works, when you are broadcast, let's say on ESPN, HBCU Go, they own the rights to that game. So therefore, Alabama A&M cannot stream video because HBCU already owns the rights to that game. So what I say all that to say is there'll be a camera facing me. Well, we're actually taking that from Florida State and my father. I love that. So it'll actually be a camera facing me and my color, and you'll be able to see our live reactions to everything. Over the week, we'll take our game film, the footage, and we'll overlay my voice over it so that it's on social media circulating, but it's me. And then hopefully from there, it'll continue to grow and I'll continue to get opportunities. I keep telling people I have a free weekend on October 18th. I really actually don't because that's FAMU homecoming, but if I get
that worked out. Look at how that schedule worked out. That's God right there. Ty worked out for you.
That's FAMU homecoming, but if I get a shot, then I mean I would definitely love to take that to do a TV game. So we'll just see what God has in the cards for me. But that's the extent of what my play-by-play role will be this year for the Bulldogs.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
So who's gonna be your color? Do you all know that yet? Is it too early to announce?
It's not too early to announce, but I want him to have his own shine. I think for right now, everything is so focused on me because of how historic this is. It's not something that hit me or that I realized until like just seeing the response on social media and all of the love that I received at SWAC Media Day. But he will get announced on his own time, and I want him to have that shine because he deserves it. So I'm tight-lipped for right now.
Okay. All right. Very, very well. And you're right. You're everywhere. I want you to take time now with our audience, though, to kind of talk about the journey from being a broadcast student at FAMU. Yeah, I think you graduated right around before COVID hit, somewhere around there. And you know, you told a story previously about, you know, how you and your father went and got your equipment and stuff, and you started doing things on your own. And look at God, look what it has grown to. Now you're doing something. You're a role model and a trendsetter. So just kind of talk about that journey.
It's been a crazy one. I think I took the road less traveled. I believe that when you are a broadcast journalism student, a lot of times they push you to go do local news. And I kind of felt in my spirit that that wasn't something that I wanted to do. And however, while I've been able to do so many cool, great, and amazing things, I think there's also a level of trust that's built by people who are in talent acquisition or people who are in the decision-making roles to be able to bring talent on, that they know you've done local news. It's kind of like paying your dues. And I try to tell people all the time that I took the road less traveled. I mean, I was going out getting my own stuff. I was sending out my credentials to everyone. I still had to learn editing, storytelling, how to talk on the fly. I mean, all of those different things that have been added to my repertoire as to why I'm even in this position that I am today. But my journey has been awesome. I've been able to do a lot of things, see a lot of things, from going to 3 PGA tour stops to doing CIAA basketball to working the Celebration Bowl every year and being approved to do year-round content now, which is another announcement I actually haven't said anywhere else. So y'all are the first to hear.
Breaking news on the O&G. Go ahead, drop it, Ty.
So y'all are the first to hear that actually, rather than seeing my face just in July, right before the MEAC SWAC Kickoff Challenge, or just in November, right before the Celebration Bowl, you'll actually see me weekly. And there's a lot of different things we're rolling out and doing. So I'm really excited about that. But all of that to say, send those emails, drag your own equipment out there, use your phone. All of those different things will get you to a spot that, you know, I'm at, and you'll be able to maybe be the first of something.
Awesome. Love it.
So it sounds like you are going to be doing coaches shows. Maybe Sam Shade coaches shows. You've already done some basketball. Is basketball in your future? I mean, you know, I don't want to jump too far ahead, so just say whoa. You know, feel free, but
No, you're not jumping too far ahead. I mean, I would love to do the CIAA. I will be doing the CIAA again. That's a non-negotiable for me. I don't care if, I'm signed to the ACC network and I am calling games and doing whatever for them. I will ask them politely, can I please do the CIAA? Because it means something to me and it means something to the culture. The city of Baltimore, where I'm actually at right now, is very near and dear to my heart because my career has progressed so much since I've been able to work with the CIAA and be here. So I'm really, really excited for that. But I will be doing some basketball, like for tournaments and stuff. I would love for the SWAC or the MEAC to have me be their play-by-play. That'd be great. The SIEC as well. I'm open to it all. But yeah, as far as the coaches show, I'm really excited for that too. I'm excited to bring kind of my flair to it, a new era. There's a lot of things that I'm trying to do. And we had a great meeting the other day with our guys over at ABO Sports who produced the show. And we talked about all of the ideas and things that I wanted to implement. And they were just really excited about where we could go. And so I'm really excited to be able to not only put a spotlight on Coach Shade, but also our other coaches, our players, with all that we're trying to do at Alabama A&M Athletics.
Nice. Good stuff. Okay. I saw this question come up in the chat. Appreciate you, Edwin. I want you to talk about your mentors and Edwin had mentioned, Edwin said, is Tiffany Green one of your mentors? I said, oh, Edwin, if you only knew. She's got a Rolodex of mentors of women, some Rattlers, of course, Pam Oliver, Tiffany Green, but there have been a lot of people to pour into you. So I know I've heard you mention some of the sideline reporting mentors, but Tiffany Green is someone who has done both. She has transitioned from being a sideline to a play-by-play. Talk a little bit about, I saw she was there obviously at SWAC Media Day, but talk a little bit about how mentors like Tiffany and others have poured into you with advice that you feel is prepared you for this moment.
Absolutely. So Tiffany Green, she actually posted about me and she said that this is a product of, if you see her, you can be her.
It's powerful. That's powerful stuff, man. That's deep. That's deep.
It's very powerful because she's right. I mean, if it weren't for people like her or Pam Oliver, Larisha Harris, Tiffany Blackman, even being able to talk to Andrea Carter when she was on the sideline for Jackson State and Bethune-Cookman, especially at a time where I was working in an ice cream shop. I was working at a fitness center, and Andrea Carter was like, girl, right before my big break, I was selling carpet. I was selling household cleaning items, and it happened gradually and all of a sudden. And I think I'm in that place now myself. But Tiffany Green, I can't say enough about her in the profound impact that she's had on my life and on my career. I met her when I was in high school, and we were able to reconnect at Florida A&M, and she's always poured into me. My grandma's, God rest her soul, she used to say that she'll hug and give you a spanking at the same time, because I've gotten a few of those from Tiffany Green. But had I not had her in my life to push me, I don't know if I'd be this far. Had I not been able to look at her and her success over her career, how she handles everything with so much grace and how passionate and professional she is, I don't know that I'd be here. So I'm very grateful for Tiffany Green, very grateful for Pam Oliver, who actually made me cry at my dad's Hall of Fame induction, because she looked at me in my face and was like, you make me so proud. Wow. And if you know Pam Oliver and you really know her, she don't just say things. So for her to say that about me, just makes me feel so good. And I'm grateful and I'm proud to carry this torch and to have people talk about like our sports reporting greats that came out of Florida A&M, and I'm in the number.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Powerful. It's crazy. So I'm very grateful for Tiffany Green, Pam Oliver, Larisha Harris, Tiffany Blackman, Laura Oakman. Love her so bad. And just everybody who has been there for me. And also shout out to Gene Deckerhoff and Jeff Colhane. They have been a tremendous help. They work with my father over at Florida State, and they have been a tremendous help to me especially since I've been taking on this role.
And Kelvin, Marcus, if you allow me, point of privilege, I got to ask. I mean, has the thought, or has Dad brought it up? Has the thought of doing a game with Dad, have you allowed something like that to even trickle into your mind? Has he and you had those conversations, like where and how would we make that happen? Because I love listening to your dad on those Florida State broadcasts whenever I do get a chance to listen. I would love to be, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people would, to be able to hear, I don't know what we'd call that, what that thing would look like, the Floyd Power Hour, the Floyd football game of the week. I don't know, but how and when have you guys talked about that, Ty and William Floyd?
Yeah, we're gonna call the podcast show probably like Floyd Squared, since it's two of us. And we've talked about doing a father-daughter podcast. We've also talked about doing a broadcast. I hope and pray that I have such a great and strong resume, especially around the time that the Florida High School Championships happened, because my dad has done that for Bally Sports before. And so I would love if they would take a chance on me. Even just one game to be in there with my dad would be so, so cool. But my dad and I are trying to incorporate ways in which we can do things together. So I'm really excited for the prospect of all of these things happening.
Well, look, we're going to talk that into
That's
existence.
Right.
And we're going to talk that into existence and speaking into existence and make something like that happen for sure. Kelvin, Marcus, any you guys get a chance to get in there with some final questions there for Ty?
Yeah, Ty, how did you get to Alabama A&M for grad school? And what is it like working with Bryan?
Woo! Oh my gosh. Well, because of my extensive work in the HBCU space, I've got to meet so many great people. And even at MEAC Media Day, the love that I received was amazing. The only MEAC coach that I hadn't met was Damon Wilson. So it was crazy. But I say all that to say, my relationships have garnered me so much opportunity. And one day I was texting Jason Mai. And I was like, hey, I've gone through so many phases. And after we won the Celebration Bowl, I wanted to be a coach. Don't ask me. I don't know. So I texted Jason Mai and I said, hey, if you ever want to diversify your staff and add a woman to your staff, call me. And he was like, okay, yeah. And so I said it in jest. The way he took it, it seemed like it was in jest. Did I expect him to go talk to AD Bryant the next business day? No, but I got a phone call literally the next week, and he was like, hey, so I talked to AD Bryan, and he said this, that. So what do you think? And I said, oh, wow. And I sat on it for months. And it's so funny how God works, because like I said, I worked 2 jobs. I worked at a fitness center that I had to clock in at 4:30 a.m. for, and I worked at an ice cream shop. And I came home one day, and I think someone was really rude to me, and I was upset, and I was like, God, I want to move out of here. I want to move away from Florida. I want to work in my career every day. I'm tired of working in this stupid ice cream shop. Help me. And Coach Mai texted me an hour later and was like, hey, have you put any more thought into the Alabama A&M position? And I was like,
wow.
Divine intervention.
I hear you, God. So that's how I got to Alabama A&M. But it's been an amazing experience. I love Huntsville. The city of Huntsville is so awesome. There's a lot of young professionals there, with it being like a tech space and it also being part of a military base being there, and then also just the engineering that's also there. Alabama A&M is a great school. There's no other school in the SWAC that I would rather be at other than my alma mater. You know what I'm saying? No other school that I would have chosen to go to. Right. So I'm grateful that they extended me the opportunity. And, he's right. Asking you shall receive, because I prayed and prayed and prayed to be able to go to graduate school. I actually didn't get accepted at Florida State And money was always a thing because grad school is expensive. But Alabama A&M gave me a great opportunity, and I'm so excited. And do I love Normal? Yes, I love Normal. I love Normal, Alabama. I love everything about Alabama A&M.
Good stuff. Marcus, you got anything for Ty?
I am so weak at William Floyd was Charlie Ward's personal bodyguard on that team. He didn't let anyone touch Charlie on the field. You know, honestly, you might not even want to touch Charlie to this day because he will get you.
I did want to ask Ty. Ty, ultimately, I know you're going through the experience now, but ultimately, where do you see yourself? And I guess your aspirations as it relates to either calling for at a specific level, or whether moving beyond play-by-play and maybe getting into something like, I don't know, hosting a national show on that's broadcast network. What are your ultimate aspirations?
My ultimate aspirations is to definitely move up in play-by-play. It's not something that I want to rush, but I do have goals and aspirations to be able to call games, maybe streaming to start out because of how much these networks have evolved. So have a consistent freelance opportunity or be signed to a network and do streaming until I can move up to the network level and be able to call games there. I'm so grateful that I'm getting my start in HBCUs because nobody loves and embraces us like us. And it's just so amazing to be able to see how many HBCU alums have embraced me getting this position and being the first. And I hope to take that with me as I continue to transcend, because I think when you're able to look at someone like Tiffany Green, or you're able to look at someone like me, or look at someone like Pam Oliver and look at where we are and where we came from, it'll inspire the next person. It inspired me when I was taking a tour at Florida A&M University and I walked into Convergence and I saw Pam Oliver's picture on the wall. That inspired me. That made me want to come to Florida A&M knowing that she walked the same path. It inspired me to see Tiffany Green come back and have her face on the wall of distinction. So I hope that somebody can look at Ty Floyd and be like, shoot, I want to do play-by-play, or I want to be this. And so those are my aspirations. I do really, really want to call games for the ACC just because I grew up in it. And I think that might give me opportunities to call games with my dad or be on the same press level as him. So those are my aspirations.
Thank you.
Oh, and then definitely being an amazing wife and mother for sure. Business owner.
Speaking things into existence, Ty. Look at you. I see you working.
Scholarships in my name and all of that stuff, So yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, go ahead and speak it all into existence, Ty. Awesome stuff.
Yours.
Well, hey, we are, as Rattlers, we are extremely proud of you.
Yes.
And as the O&G StrikeZone, we're not going to take any credit and say we discovered Ty Floyd. Now, we're not doing anything, but Ty came on our show when she was early in the game, so we spotlighted Ty when she was early in the game, and always love talking to you, seeing you out in these SWAC HBCU streets. I love seeing you do your work, and anytime, as I said before, anytime you want to come talk, anytime you need to share something in the Ty Floyd life or whatever, you got a home. And so obviously when Alabama A&M and FAMU play, we expect you to come on the show so we can talk about that game, so we always bring on a visitor from the opposing team. So, that seat is already reserved for you on that Wednesday. And,
can I say something really quick? Please. I just got to remember who I am. Okay. When I came, where's my camera? When I came to the game, okay, Alabama A&M versus Florida A&M, y'all treated me like I was regular. I know that I'm at Alabama A&M right now, but throwing a FAMU shirt at me from the stands was crazy.
Who did that? Who did that? Some rattler did that. Who did that?
Hey, IDK. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe they might have confused me for the thick 36s. My guy Kobe. I miss you so much. But they literally threw a shirt at me. I got berated, and somebody was like, "That's Ty," and I was like, "I'm Ty, guys." Like, so I'm gonna love it, but yeah, I hope that y'all don't treat me like that.
We found out who it was. It was EA. That sounded like something EA would do. So okay, thank you for fessing up, EA.
Rolled that shirt up and said, "Take that S word off," talking about my Alabama A&M puffer coat, and threw a FAMU shirt at me.
Oh, boy, I tell you. See,
Yeah.
You understand
that is a rattler thing. Yeah,
you understand us. So when people in Alabama A&M start talking about, you understand how FAMU folks are. So I mean, you have insight that no other people have, and so when all the stuff that goes on down in Tallahassee, you understand it better than most. So
I do. I told our players, I said, face forward. Do not turn around. If you turn around and they look at your face and they find a feature that they don't like about you, they're going to talk about it the whole time.
It's over. It's over.
That's why they're sitting here saying number 5, you have jacked up teeth because I told you to face forward. What?
There you go. They'll listen to you next time. They'll listen to you next time, Ty.
They will.
All right. Well, hey, again, there's some great articles out there, folks. I know an article just popped out from al.com and a few other sites, but please make sure to, reach out to Ty, let her know you're rooting for her, you appreciate her, and have a great season, Ty. I look forward to hearing your voice, calling games. It'll be fun. I think this is going to be an exciting football season. More platforms, more opportunities, and you're coming in at a great time. This is a great time to come in because you and the Bulldogs and the SWAC, we're gonna be everywhere. So it'll be fun. It's gonna be a great year.
I love it. I cannot wait to call these games. It's gonna be so fun. I'm just excited for a lot of touchdown Bulldogs.
Before you go, who's going to be the quarterback this year for the Bulldogs, Ty?
I cannot disclose.
Okay.
I cannot disclose that information. Just know that it's a deep room. It's great. I love all of our storylines that we have coming out of this season. I will say, if you guys will be watching SWAC football, Alabama A&M football, keep an eye on the Miles transfers. These guys have come in and got to work in a way that I really have never seen before. They thought they were going to play D2 ball, but now that they have this opportunity, now that they have this platform, they have the plan. And I can't wait for y'all to see Frank Pierre, Traviante Abner. It's going to be great.
Look, she's saying she's confirming what I already thought might happen. So, that's Alabama A&M is we talked about it here, one of my sleeper teams that people aren't talking about, that I think by mid-season people are going to be talking about Alabama A&M, just like they were that school in South Carolina a year ago. But enjoy it. It should be a great opportunity, Ty. Again, hey, thanks for your time. Thanks for finding us tonight. Get some rest, and be well. And safe travels from Baltimore to wherever you go next, Ty. All right?
Thanks so much, Rattler Nation. It's always love. I love y'all so, so much. I wouldn't be who I am today without Florida A&M. And actually, I meant to correct you. It's the School of Journalism and Graphic Communication, period.
Thank you. It was something else back when I was there, but thank you for correcting me. I appreciate it. So
it's okay. Thank you. Thanks so much to everyone in the comments. They are a hoot over there. They having their own little party, but
that's what happens. That's what we do. That's what
we got a Southern troll, and
it's like tailgating. It's like tailgating over there in the chat. You got a Southern troll. You got some Jackson State troll. some Grambling. It's all over the place.
Jackson State, are we good? Are we?
I'm gonna let you find out on your own. Good luck
Are
with
we
that.
okay with Jackson State?
Good luck with that. Good luck. That's your. Hey, good luck. Good luck over there. Yeah.
Jackson State, TC Taylor hugged me. So
okay.
It's all love. No, I was kidding. I won't hold y'all love. Thank you so much for everything. I love y'all so much.
All right, thank you.
All right, be well. Thanks, Ty.
Oh, and shout out to my guy Kofi. We miss you so much.
Amen.
Yes,
Amen.
absolutely.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Love Ty. Good stuff. All right. Well, we've got some other awards to finish giving out, but Marcus, you got to check out. So, Marcus, I'll give you a chance to get some final thoughts in here. Obviously, you're going to miss out. We're going to miss your commentary on some of the bigger awards, but I'll give you a chance to close out the show with any other thoughts, non-awards related.
Oh, I was going to say, well, all the awardees, the recipients are well-deserved, and I'm excited for the rest of the audience to see how they voted, and much accolades to the coaches first and foremost, the coaches and the players who will receive the awards. And, just looking forward, just turning the corner now. We're at the end of July. And so, you can hear the pads popping and everything else. So we're just gearing up for that. And you can already see, I guess, with the advent of SWAC Media Day, all the trash talking has really ramped up, and some of the trolling has ramped up. So that means it's getting close.
All right. Do we know when camp opens up? Does camp open up sometime next week?
For FAMU, yes.
For FAMU? Okay.
Yes. 30 or 31st. So next Wednesday or Thursday.
So hopefully, Marcus, maybe a goal for next week's show. Maybe we can get into, while we've got maybe 4 weeks of shows before the first game, maybe we can go into talking about a couple of different position groups next week. Maybe we'll kind of start that series of talking about position groups, maybe either, and not trying to do all defense or all offense in one show. Maybe we kind of divide up the conversation over the next 4 weeks. Does that sound like something we can start to do?
Yeah,
sure. Kelvin and I can collaborate, because I know he's put together a preview for the 2025 season, and I sent something up to contribute to that, so we would have duplicate efforts, so we can merge all that, and Kelvin can divvy it up as he sees fit in terms of what he's worked on and where he sees fit for me to interject. And we can talk about position groups. We can talk about, I know what I uploaded was what I've done the last couple of years, looking at the national rankings and comparing the previous year versus, So, well, this year it would be the 2023 season ending statistics versus 2024 to show you the improvement or decline in our national rankings on the FCS level, not necessarily within the conference. And I did, and it may be outdated by the time we do it, but I did a comparison of the roster that was uploaded, I want to say a week and a half ago, and all the commitments, verbal commitments we've received over the course of the last 7 months, to compare which names were on there, which names are still on the roster upload, and which names are still in limbo. So it may be outdated by then, but there's a couple of names that are like, okay, I don't know if that's, and high school freshmen, that's to be expected for the most part, unless they came to summer school. But there's some of the transfers names that weren't on that initial release. So we can go over that as well, but it may change by the time we get to review.
All right. Sounds good. So just give you guys something to look forward to over the next few weeks as camp is about to open up for football. By the time we come on our show next week, camp will be open. So we'll start looking into the previews of some position groups with Marcus and Kelvin on next week's show. But don't go anywhere, because after the break, we have some more awards to give out. Coach of the Year, Athlete of the Year, Team of the Year, Memorable Moment of the Year, all to come on the other side of this break. You're watching the O&G Strike Zone right here on the Black College Sports Network. We'll be back in just a moment.
Nope. Nope.
Come on, him?
Ooh, I like him.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
He's an 8.
He's a 9.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
This is Bryan Fulford. AD Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Wrap. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to download. We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part of the show.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
Football fans, HBCU football is back in the ATL with the Cricket MEAC SWAC Challenge Kickoff. Representing the MEAC, North Carolina Central, and representing the SWAC, Southern, Eagles, Jaguars, the Marching Sound Machine, the Human Jukebox. The kickoff trophy is up for grabs, and bragging rights are on the line. The rivalry is real. Bring the family and join us pre-game for the fun-filled Coca-Cola fan experience, including band jamborees, food, activations, and fellowship. For tickets and information, visit MEACSWACChallenge.com.
All right, welcome back to the O&G Strike Zone. Bryan and Kelvin here closing out the show with you tonight. Again, want to thank Ty Floyd and Jay Campbell for joining us in the last hour. Appreciate all of you guys in the chat room, your comments, and our guests. They can
not all of them. That one troll need to stop trolling so much, and at least post something positive or good once in a while.
I must have missed who you're referring to, but it's all good. It's all good. Those of you, make sure to reach out, and you guys can hit Ty up she's on X, on Twitter, and on Instagram. You can find her. She's not hard to find. And then, of course, you can always, that's at Ty A-A-L-I, Ty Ali Floyd. So that's THAIALI Floyd. That's her Twitter handle. You can also find her on Instagram as well. And then I think Jay said he has an Instagram page that you can find as well. Before we introduce the Women's and Men's Sport Coach of the Year, our good friend Michael Road Dog Reed has put together, it's football season, Kelvin. So, Road Dog be road tripping. And so he has put together some great opportunities for Rattlers to jump on board. Let's see. The first promotion that he has put together is let me make sure I can get so you can see the full graphics here. The Just Looking Out 35th anniversary party. 35 years that Road Dogg has been organizing trips for Rattlers across the state of Florida, primarily even in the Tampa area, Central Florida even. But there's a big event Friday, August 22nd, where I think this is the second year that the Tampa Bay Rays are doing a FAMU night. And it's against the St. Louis Cardinals this time. And I don't think he did this last year. Did he do the all-you-can-eat thing last year with them? You went to that game, if I'm not mistaken.
I did. And you know, that was at the old Trop before the hurricane tore it up. So
right.
Yeah. So no.
This year it's at Steinbrenner Park, which I believe is right across the street from Raymond James.
Mm-hmm. Correct. It's in town.
Right. So the $79 ticket price that you see there, it's an all-you-can-eat food and drinks. This is a supplies only kind of while it lasts kind of opportunity. You do get a cap that comes along with it. Let me see. I saw he also told me if you wanted to get that cap, and if you look and you see that Tampa that says Rays and it's got the FAMU logo, he is working on a way to make them available on a limited basis. For more information, there's the phone number, 813-240-3116, or go visit the website, justlookingout.com, and that's J-U-S, no T, looking, no G, out.com. So make sure you pay attention to how it's spelled. And then, more importantly, when you go to purchase, use the code StrikeZone. Easy to remember. If you heard it here from this show, we expect all of you to use the code StrikeZone, right? And, Michael make a donation back to the O&G. You guys could be helping us get to some events, and we might be, we're trying to figure out live broadcast opportunities, pre and post game shows. So all those opportunities might be there, but we need your support. So make sure to use the code StrikeZone when you go and hit the purchase up. Also, Mike's fall road trips are already happening. So you can see the schedule of games there in which he's got road trips, $99 a person. That's only for the bus. So that means you have to purchase your own ticket, or maybe you have season tickets for those home games. And those are, obviously, he's got the Orange Blossom Classic. He's got the home opener against Albany State, the Alabama State game, September 27th. I think that's the Hall of Fame weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So a good one. North Carolina Central. That's going to be a good one. They are one of the top two teams predicted in the MEAC, which just had their
media day
the other day. Of course, he's got homecoming, and then of course the Jackson State game. I mean, who doesn't want to be there for that? And I think these are day bus trips, if I'm not mistaken. So, you don't have to worry about a hotel, which look, we know the challenges that come with that in Tallahassee. So this is a great opportunity. Be a season ticket holder, A, and then B, get on the bus. Use the code StrikeZone. On all of these situations, StrikeZone is the code to use. And especially if you heard it here, your using that code will make sure a donation comes back to the O&G. So, there you go. Anything you want to add on these, Kelvin? Anything I maybe missed out on?
No, I think you covered it just fine.
All right. Good stuff. All right. Appreciate Mike for putting that together and allowing us to be a part of that again. More goodies to come. All right, let's get into the head coaches. The 2024-25 coaches of the year. We had some outstanding coaches that have done I mean, they've won championships this year. They have been in the hunt. They have done an outstanding job this year. So we want to introduce first the nominees for the Women's Sport Coach of the Year. And I'm hoping I got all the graphics squared away this time. Of course, the nominees this year, you've got Brittany Beal, head coach softball, Garfield Ellenwood, head coach track, Coach Nikki Rochelle Houston, tennis, and Coach Gokhan Gilmaz, volleyball. The winner of the Coach of the Year is Coach Brittany Beal. Coach Beal, first time head coach, came in October, and wow, tremendous opportunity to really implant and lay the foundation for this team. Did it on, got us to the championship game. Won the East again, got us to the championship game. What an outstanding tournament run in the SWAC tournament. But congratulations to Coach Beal.
Yeah, and I was surprised by the percentage, because this was one we thought that, people probably wouldn't get over 30, and Coach got over 60%.
She ran away with it.
Right. And that just goes, that's a testament to her hard work. She's really committed. She came in, like you say, in October. And, had a wonderful season. And even now, it's the summer, and you're seeing her at all the different camps, and she's very active on social media. She loves what she does. It's obvious she loves what she does, and she does it at a high level. So, and always got the smile on her face, very accessible, easygoing. And I think that translates with Rattler Nation. She's winning, and she's happy to be a Rattler and making us proud. So, congratulations, Coach, on your first of many probably awards at FAMU.
Definitely. What a tremendous category again. Very hard to vote for one. I mean, again, that category was just loaded with outstanding championship winning coaches. And so a tremendous honor. So congratulations to Coach Brittany Beal, Women's Sport Coach of the Year. All right, let's do the same now for the Men's Sports Coach of the Year. 4 great candidates here representing the men's programs. Coach James Colsey III, football. Coach Coach Pat Crary, basketball. Coach Preston Mike Rice, golf. And Coach Jamie Shoup, baseball. And the winner of the Men's Sport Coach of the Year is Preston Mike Rice. Coach Rice, SWAC championship winning coach. Good choice, Rattlers. Definitely a closer race maybe than it was a close race. It wasn't quite the 60% that Coach Beal had, but this one was a good race, especially between at least a couple of coaches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Coach speaks for himself, man. Coach, out there pushing Rattler Nation to fundraise for his program. He's winning. They got 1,000 APR. So obviously, he's a Rattler. Obviously, is a great choice. Very congratulations to Coach Mike Preston Rice.
Exactly. Again, congratulations to all of our coaches. And you guys did a great job. EA said not sure. EA, if he had won, I think he would have. He's a friend of the program. He's a friend. I'd still like to think of that. And I think he would have.
Hey, Bryan, obviously football season getting close because Edwin Moore Troll game is on today.
It's on. It's on point, isn't it?
EA is on point. Yeah, they ready for football season.
Yeah, these two are something, man. I tell you. All right. Our next category Kelvin, where are we going with what's the next category? If you would help me out here on the list.
It's the sports? Hold on.
I thought it was the athletes of the years.
Yeah, it's the female athlete of the year.
Male and female athlete of the year. Okay. Okay, let me pull up I think I have the female ready. Let me finish downloading the male athlete of the year. Okay. These are interesting categories because it is loaded. What was the prediction that we said we'd be shocked if we kind of put a number out there where we thought, because the female athlete of the year, we have nine ladies that are part of this category, right?
I think it was 25%, maybe.
Right. I don't think I think as we were talking about it, we were like, man, how many folks are we going to actually get? Again, these are the nominees for the female athlete of the year. 9 amazing young ladies who had amazing seasons. Nia Blocker from track, Reagan Harris, tennis, Zoriana Hughes, softball, Alexandra Koliva, volleyball, Ariana Ladson, track, Sarah Rakim, tennis, Kiana Watson, softball, Brooklyn Watts, volleyball, and Genesis Whitelock, tennis. So, 2 track, 3 tennis, 2 softball, 2 volleyball.
Yeah.
All of them champions in some form or fashion. All of them were champions.
The lady sports, and it's been this way for a while at FAMU, absolutely killing it.
Yes, they are. Okay, so again, what was that number again that we said?
About 25%.
All right, 25%. So, did you look at the number? Well, there they are. The female athletes. All right, the 2024-25 O&G Female Athlete of the Year, Zoriana Hughes, representing softball and the softball program. What an outstanding year that Zoriana had. Zoriana, of course, representing the softball program. She was All-SWAC second team, dominant pitcher, finished the regular season 10-6 with a 2.67 earned run average, and a sophomore season where she was the SWAC pitcher of the year as a freshman. This year, she threw 110 innings, struck out 46, threw 10 complete games. Outstanding season for Zoe. But congratulations to Zoriana on the recognition. Go ahead, Kelvin. Any thoughts there? Get your thoughts in.
Absolutely, and definitely deserving. So as well as the others athletes, and I'm not saying anything, but softball might have showed up to vote this. Looking at these results, softball might have voted.
Well, we love participation. That's all I'm gonna say. We love the participation. But again, when you put so many well-deserving people up there, again, we like to say all of the nominees are deserving of a win. You don't get on the nominee list unless you're deserving. And then it's just a matter, and this is why we put it up to a vote. And we only get one vote. So you don't get a chance to go back and vote for 2 people. Softball had 2 players. Tennis had 3. Volleyball had 2. Track had 2. So you got to decide. These are tough decisions.
It is.
Tough decisions. So congratulations, Zoe. Female Athlete of the Year, 24-25. Congratulations. True sophomore going into her junior year next year. Let me see. Yeah, EA. Okay. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. So congratulations there to Zoriana. Next up, Kelvin, what do we have? We've got
the male athlete of the year.
Male athlete of the year. And
I don't think this one's gonna be a surprise.
You don't think so?
No.
Interesting that you say that. Let me show the people the nominees here for the male athlete of the year. 7 outstanding young men who had a great season representing the Rattlers. You had Kirk Dawson, track and field. Milton Matthews, the SWAC newcomer of the year, representing men's basketball. Brady Popple, representing baseball, first team All-SWAC, and just recently drafted in the 13th round by the San Francisco Giants.
Is already up there, already signing in.
Yeah,
in the camp.
Daniel Richardson, quarterback, football, was the newcomer of the year as well as the offensive MVP of the HBCU Legacy Bowl. Sasha Robinson, true freshman from our championship-winning golf program. He was the SWAC Golfer of the Year and the Freshman of the Year. So he doubled up on the awards. Another true freshman representing baseball, Garrett Workman. Garrett, of course, first team All-SWAC, freshman pitcher of the year, participated as one of 3 Rattlers in the HBCU Swingman Classic. And then Sterling Young, representing men's basketball. Sterling was the SWAC Basketball Player of the Year. What was your early prediction, Kelvin, on percentages for this one?
I don't remember percentages, but the person who won, I thought won it.
All right. Well, as we get ready to go to the awards, feel free to drop in the chat room who you voted for. There are the nominees. The winner of the 2024-25 Male Athlete of the Year is Kirk Dawkins.
Anytime you blow kisses and run people down, I mean, that kind of entertainment, you got to reward it.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Quite a finish to the career for Kirk at FAMU. Of course, we're all familiar. Sadly, we lost Kirk to one of those either Big 12 or SEC schools.
Big 12, I think, wasn't it like Iowa State or something?
Yeah, Big 12, Iowa State, I think, but. That's the probably the opportunities with NIL scholarships. I mean, look, we were in the midst of trying to raise funds to keep him, but we knew the reality, especially with this young man's situation coming from Kingston, Jamaica. But we enjoyed you while we had you, Kirk, and you gave us some wonderful memories from this past season. So we recognize and salute you and the other young fellas who participated, whether it be on the track or the diamond or the court or the field. A lot of great guys from this past year. All right. Any other thoughts or comments there you want to add in, Kelvin?
No, that was I figured it was going to be out of him and Daniel Richardson, frankly.
Okay.
And I think the only other interesting thing about that group was that you had about four guys who left in the portal.
Is that right?
2 basketball, the track guy. Of course, Daniel graduated. So
okay,
yeah.
Okay, let me pull up the next 2 categories here. Now we get into the team honors, as we want to recognize the women's. We have 4 women's teams, 4 men's teams to recognize.
I'm just saying. I think Area I think Area might have got a group together.
What are you saying? What are you saying, Kelvin? What are you saying? What are you saying? Let me hold on. I gotta gather something because I'm missing something here. Give you a check in to kind of off the cuff. Anything you want to spotlight or talk on, Kelvin, while I pull up a couple of graphics here that I'm trying to find here.
Oh, you looking for graphics?
Well, yeah, because this is the part of the show where I didn't quite have the graphics finished.
We'll show the graphics at the end of the show, but there's Fan Cafe coming up for football games by the Rattler Boosters, a pregame tailgate, and who knows? There's an invitation for the O&G StrikeZone to be a part of that pregame tailgate and do a pregame show. So,
there is.
So we'll see how if that materializes and where that goes. So, but absolutely support Rattler Boosters. We gotta financially support our teams and our organization. So that's important. And then there's also something that came out from our Department of Emergency Management on campus, brag alerts, where you can get game day updates. So let's make sure that again, we'll get that graphic up at the end of the show also.
All right.
And we got a homecoming video. Homecoming, October 18th. Alcorn State is the opponent, and they've got a video tease out, and homecoming at FAMU.com. You can go and see what they have in terms of that's where the homecoming schedule and events will be. And with that,
good stuff. All right. Well, all right. I think we got it here in a second. Thanks for hanging in there with us. All right. Oh, I think I lost Kelvin there. Well, I wait for Kelvin to reconnect. Oh, nope, we're doing the women's. So we're doing the women's sport team of the year. These are the nominees for the women's sports team of the year. We've got volleyball, 2024 SWAC champions. Give me just a second, guys, while I'm still waiting on some videos to download here. We've also got tennis, our tennis team. We're 2025 SWAC champions. Softball team, East Division champs and the tournament runner-up. And then our outdoor track team, not the 4x400, but just the outdoor track team. Yeah. So you are dead on it, Edwin. You're sharp. I love it. Well, all right. I think my graphic has downloaded, Kelvin. So let's see if we can get that loaded up here on the screen. All right. All right, so here we go. The women's sport team of the year. Who do you think it's going to be, Kelvin?
I don't know. I already gave it away in the tease.
Did you? Well, I think you're right. The 2024-25 winners, FAMU softball. FAMU softball ends up bringing it home for the 2024-25 O&G. Has softball won this award before? Do you recall?
Not that I recall.
Okay.
But I have to go back and look. It's only been two other times.
Two other times what?
That we've had the award, so
I'm
just trying to think who else it would have been. Maybe indoor track, and maybe basketball when we had the player of the year. I don't know. I have to look.
What made it hard in your voting process? And you guys in the chat, if you see, I'd love to know from you guys in the chat, what made it hard in this, for this category? And I'm sure there were other categories that were hard, but I mean, 4 championship winning programs, what made it hard for you? And then I'd love to hear you guys in the chat talk about what made it hard.
Oh, for me,
just walk people behind the scenes. Like, how do you evaluate this? I mean, there's no wrong answers here, so I'm just really trying to fill time, to be honest. But go ahead.
So, generally, I look at 2 things first: championships. That's what I value, and then entertainment. Right? How visible were the programs? Do you know the names of the star players? That kind of thing. And that's kind of how I looked at it. And for this category, I knew that softball would be a strong candidate because they pretty popular, right? Most of the players were exciting all year with last minute comebacks, and they dominated, their SWAC opponents, won every series except one. So I figured they would have a good chance because out of the other sports, out of the other Olympic sports, they're the most visible. So I figured they would have a strong case. I think me personally, I went with volleyball because they were so dominant.
Unbeaten regular season and playoffs. Right. I think that was my vote as well. Again, no wrong answers here, but I think I kind of went with the dominant, unbeaten. When you go unbeaten, it's kind of it's like really unique,
right?
But no wrong answers. I'm just curious. Edwin said softball team, fun videos.
They're the most visible.
Yeah, they do a good job with promoting themselves. And I think it's also kind of hard at this point because we also are sometimes recency biased, maybe, where volleyball was a fall sport, and we did have a lot of departures. That was a senior laden team. So I don't know. Well, again, congratulations to softball team. Wow. Team of the year, coach of the year, female athlete of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. They might get the clean sweep with the next category coming up, Kelvin. I don't know, man. I tell you about softball. They come out strong. We'll see. We'll see in a second. All right. I think we're ready for our next video, the men's sport team of the year. And I will bring up the nominees. Kelvin, let people know who the nominees are.
Well, you had football, you had baseball, you had golf, and you had basketball. And only one won the championship. So take that for what you as you may. Let's see.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go. Let's see who Rattler Nation voted for as we go to the awards video for the 2024-25 O&G Team of the Year is none other than the champions, FAMU Golf. Congratulations to Coach Rice, FAMU Golf, on winning our Team of the Year award? Kelvin?
Coach of the Year, Team of the Year, same as softball. Yeah, I mean, it was a great year. And then, let's not forget they won about 3 or 4 tournaments also during the year. And went to the NCAAs. So right here in Tallahassee. So it was an awesome year. And now they're reaping the benefits, the fruit of their labors. Don't forget, they got the canopy coming, which I will be present for whenever it gets there for the putting range here on campus. And, they got a lot of momentum and pretty much everybody coming back. So looking forward to bigger things.
What did he say? EA said that I nominate the football team. Well, whatever. Well, I mean, look. I mean, how many men's teams do we have?
5.
I was gonna say 5 or 6. I mean, come on now. So, I mean, we nominated what we had. I mean, if men's track had done something, who knows? They might have got nominated. I mean, football team did, they did win homecoming. They did win the Florida Classic and the MEAC SWAC Challenge, EA. So come on now. Man, tough room.
Yeah, plus beat the Southwest champ. I mean, there was a lot of positives.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Come on,
there was a lot of positives. They worth being nominated.
Exactly. They were worthy of that.
We just understand. They understand that Valley lost.
Well, that's one of our moments of the year. So let's get into talking about that. 2 of the always the more interesting categories that I am fascinated by, Kelvin, are the memorable moments from the year. Let's see if I can pull this up correctly. The women's sport most memorable moments. And we kind of categorized this down to 4 primary things, Kelvin. We had volleyball teams, championship match against Jackson State. I believe they ended up winning that 4-2. Women's outdoor track and field came through with a memorable performance on day 3 of the SWAC Outdoor Championships to push the team to their first SWAC Outdoor Championship. I'm sorry, the volleyball match was 3-1 against Jackson State. It was the tennis team that got a 4-2 victory over Jackson State, by the way, And then the softball team had not 1, not 2, but 3 walk-off wins in the SWAC championship in dramatic fashion against Grambling, later against Texas Southern, and then against Alabama State to advance to the championship game. Wow. What do you think, Kelvin? Memorable moment. What was your memorable moment?
So, if you're thinking about it, the way I'm thinking about it, what did people see, right? Pay attention to. Which one had the biggest audience? That's kind of what makes memorable moments. Did you see it? Were you watching it? And I think it won't be a surprise if you look at what's been happening on the women's side.
Our 2024-25 women's sport most memorable moment would be this.
Second. Here's a shot in the center field. It's going to dribble through, runner around third to score. The throw home. Too late. FAMU wins it. Jasmine Townsend, that's her first base hit of the game. A dribbler up the middle. Scoring lead. FAMU wins it in the ninth. 4-3 on an RBI single. by Jasmine Townsend here in the 9th inning.
High fly ball in the deep left field. The ball is well hit up against the wall.
And there you go. The women's sport most memorable moment of the year. Again, those were 2 of the 3 walk-offs. The third walk-off was against Texas Southern. I think that was one of our first games in the elimination bracket. In a scoreless game, we ended up winning in the bottom of the 7th inning of a scoreless ball game. So not 1, not 2, 3 walk-offs in that tournament. What a run. And came up short in the champion in the what if championship game against Jackson State, but still had an outstanding run.
Yep.
Good stuff. Okay. Let's go to the men's sport. The men's sport nominees, and we had a lot of options here for the men's sport. Of course, you had football, some good, some bad. Obviously, the Valley lost to end the home streak, but then you had the football team winning the SWAC Challenge and the first home opener against South Carolina State, really in come-from-behind fashion, going to Alabama State, spoiling their homecoming. Kirk Dawkins, he won the Male Athlete of the Year based on his performances at the Indoor and Outdoor Championships. Who will forget those moments? Basketball team with a big win against Jackson State for the spring homecoming game. And then, of course, their first round win in the SWAC tournament. FAMU golf winning the SWAC championship in dominating fashion. And then, of course, sadly, not all memories are good, but this one, baseball team losing in the bottom of the 9th inning on a walk-off homer to Bethune-Cookman in the SWAC championship game. All memories are not the same, are they, Kelvin?
Well, in this category, you're looking at the percentage, people were very divided. The winner didn't even get 21%. So people were mixed. And all that tells me is that from a men's sports perspective, because the Olympic sports like golf and track are less watched, that, Rattler Nation and the voters were kind of, they didn't, I don't think they want to reward a negative experience. Because the most memorable one probably is a negative experience. No, it is a negative experience.
It is a memorable, yeah, that one. And that was close. This was close. And probably, there's a lot of categories, but it came down to really the two real memorable events. And as you said, one negative, might have been 2 negatives, but one really negative, and then, of course, one positive. But the 2024-25 FAMU men's sport memorable moment of the year is
Men's Golf Championship team, the Florida A&M Rattlers.
There you go. Men's golf, FAMU golf winning the SWAC championship definitely goes down as one of the most memorable moments of the 2024-25 season. You would agree. You'd agree.
Yeah. Yeah. They were only champions. They were pretty dominant. You got the coach of the year, you got the team of the year, now you got the moment of the year. It all matches.
It all matches. Yeah. What's the any comments that you're seeing in the chats worth mentioning? I mean, of course we got the troll bandits in there, but we love them. We love them even when they're being foolish. All right. The last award that we did want to mention here is let's see. So can you go through some of the names, Kelvin, while I pull up kind of the graphics here? Just kind of make mention, if you would, of some of the individuals that were nominated for the Kofi Hemingway Spirited Rattler, if you would.
Yeah, this category was left open so people could kind of write in who they wanted, and it included everything from players to alumni, fans, and supporters. You're looking at administrators. It was employees. It was a very diverse selection of nominees, number one. And it was pretty spread out, to be honest. And something I said earlier, I'll say again, a particular sport is doing something right. Because they're paying attention and they definitely got people voting for them. So that's a good thing. And then on the men's side, I think it's a bit of a surprise, to be honest. Didn't necessarily see that one coming. But yeah, it's a good group.
Okay. Give me just a minute here. See how quickly I can make this visual happen. You didn't give any specific names. Did you care to?
Well, yeah. Well, I'm gonna give specific names to folks I know not only are diehards, but use their time and talents and energy to support athletics. So yeah, people like Vaughn Wilson nominated, Rick Kinsey, Demetria Alford, 80 Subs, Earl Hankerson, Kenya Sykes, Fang Sheng, Ashley Coleman, Steve Campbell was nominated, and Trustee Kristen Hopper was nominated by somebody.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, if you know, you know.
All right. Edwin said O&G didn't win. How can we win our own award? Edwin, no, we didn't win our own award. No, you can't, you're not voting for us.
That's for the people.
Exactly. This is for the people, not us. In the past couple of years, we've had a mix of. Last year we had two alums. The late Eddie Robinson, not Eddie Robinson. The last year's winners, Eddie Jackson, the late Eddie Jackson, and then Kenya Sykes. They won last year. The year before them, we had two student athletes, I believe, that won the award the year before in the inaugural year. So it's a mix. That's what I said. And it's always been kind of a male and a female. And so let's introduce you to the, the 2024-25 Kofi Hemingway Most Spirited Rattler, as voted on by you, the voters. And, as Kelvin said, you kind of sense a theme throughout this show, and I ain't mad at it. It says something about the support that Rattlers give each other and that our programs give each other. So our female and male winners of the Kofi Hemingway Most Spirited Rattler Award are Nariah Lee, representing softball, and then the SWAC Freshman of the Year, Garrett Workman, representing baseball. For those of you who may not be familiar with Nariah, she is a junior from Lilburn, Georgia. She's an outfielder. She's finishing up her junior season. Statistically this year, I believe I was just looking at the stats the other day for Nariah. I think she had started like 41 of 45 games this season. Started 41 of 45 games, had a .321 batting average, an OPS of 731 this year. Let me see, fielding wise in the outfield, and forgive me, I know Iria is there. I don't know if I can't recall that she played center field or right or left. So if somebody can refresh me on that I'd love to hear it. I was just trying to look and see if I see any statistics here from the field. 42 catches, 37 putouts. She's a left fielder. Thank you, Iria. She's a left fielder. A fielding percentage of 881. So, yeah.
And I imagine she's probably one of the leaders of the chants, the one of many chants that our softball team has. There's a whole production going on. Wait a minute.
Are you talking about this? Are you talking about this? Well, that's Kiana Watson who kind of leads that chant. But I think if you caught the number here, Nariah wore number 9. But I would always say, probably when you get this Most Spirited Rattler Award, it's really indicative of what your teammates and maybe what the community feels. So obviously getting the kind of votes that she got and even the votes that Garrett got, representative of how people feel about you. So,
I know Mr. Garrett, Dad Garrett is happy. He's a follower of the show. Okay. Talk to him at the Swingman. So yeah, we love all of our nominees and winners.
Good stuff. Let me make sure to give them their moment again. The Kofi Hemingway Most Spirited Rattlers, Nariah Lee representing softball, and Garrett Workman representing baseball. So
softball just dominated the women's side this year.
Look, I'm telling you, man, softball. Woo! I'm telling you, we need our other sports. I'm telling you guys. But hey, I mean, an engaging group of young ladies, a fun group of young ladies. It was a pleasure to get to know them and watch them. And sometimes that's part of it, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's part of it. So yeah, congratulations to all of the Rattlers. So again, all right. Well, again, just to kind of just to quickly recap our winners. Support staff winner of the year, Kenneth Lassiter. Sports administrator of the year, AD VP IA, Angela Suggs. The women's sport assistant coach of the year, Earl Wade, representing tennis. The men's sport assistant coach of the year, Robert Deadweiler, representing track, and Jeremiah McCullum, representing baseball. The women's sport coach of the year, Brittany Beal, softball coach. Men's sport coach of the year, Preston Mike Rice, golf. The female athlete of the year, Zoriana Hughes for softball. The male athlete of the year, Kirk Dawkins, track. The women's team of the year, softball. The men's sport team of the year, golf. Our most memorable moment from the year in women's sport was the softball team's 3 walk-off wins in the SWAC tournament. The most memorable men's moment belonged to FAMU golf winning the SWAC championship. And again, the winners of the 2024-25 Kofi Hemingway Most Spirited Rattlers, Nariah Lee, softball player, and Garrett Workman, baseball. All right. Again, thank you to everybody who participated and who was a part of these awards. A lot of work goes into it. Definitely appreciate all the work Kelvin puts into this.
You too, Bryan.
Thank you.
With all the graphics and production and everything, you did a marvelous job.
Appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And, we continue to grow this thing. Again, it's not too late. As I put out there, if you or your business would love to sponsor, we've done this out of love and we never really given out plaques or awards, just it's not in the budget. But we're looking for sponsors. So if you are a business and you'd like to sponsor some plaques that would go to these deserving young people and these coaches, hey, let us know. Reach out. O&G StrikeZone at gmail.com is one way you can do it, or you could reach us on our social media handles. You see it up there in the top left. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at O&G StrikeZone, or you can reach out to us personally via our social media handles. And we'd love to talk with you and entertain some opportunities. All right. All right. You guys are funny. Next week on the O&G StrikeZone is still July. No new president yet, but it's coming. So maybe next week's show we'll maybe do some conversation about what that. Kind of get a report of how the Jacksonville event goes. Again, let me see. There it is. There's the graphic. It's the roundup. If you're interested in attending, I'll put that up there. Give you a chance to scan that QR code. We really got to have a discussion about what's going on with our booster club. I'll wait until after this event before I speak my mind about some of the recent news and developments that came out over the past week. But I want to encourage those of you in the Jacksonville area to please attend and make sure you go and support this event. And one more reminder, thanks to our good friend Mike Road Dog Reed, go to his website, justlookingout.com. And if you want to get a chance to get an all-you-can-eat ticket, all-you-can-eat food and drinks, that's not bad for a baseball game, to be honest. And so you can go support. Use the code StrikeZone. StrikeZone. Easy to remember. Use the code StrikeZone when you go to his page, and that'll sort of trigger a little opportunity for us to get a little percentage back from your ticket. So again,
that's a nice looking hat too.
It is. I do like the one last year. Last year was more of the traditional TB. So yeah. And the game will be at Steinbrenner Field, which is across from Raymond James. Is it still called Raymond James?
Yeah.
Okay. The way names change with stadiums, you kind of. But yeah, it's across the street from where the stadium where the Bucks play. But that's where they play now. So, all right. Thank you to everybody for watching the show tonight. Again, thank Jay Campbell for joining us. Ty Floyd for joining us. Marcus Green hung in there with us for the first couple hours. And it's all good. It's all good. Make sure to hit the thumbs up and the like button wherever and however you watch the show tonight. And go check out the BCSN Pod Zone, available any and everywhere that you listen to podcasts. That's Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Apple and Google Podcast. For my dog, Kelvin Rozier, I'm Bryan Fulford. Thank you for watching, and have a great week, Rattlers. And we will see you next week. Same time, same place, right here on the Black College Sports Network. Peace out.